Okay, hopefully everything's running smoothly for us so far. We have plenty of space still to discover. If you've been watching some of the other streams about FTL Multiverse, you will know that we have only touched a small portion of the events, places, and ships that remain to be discovered in this game. So we're going to be coming back and exploring some more of it again today. Specifically, I think we are going to be running with the Lanius Cruiser. I feel like it should be fun to run around with some aliens we haven't really seen any of yet, at least on our ships, and use a ship that operates a little bit differently. So we're going to be running with our lack of oxygen, and my goal for this run is to try to never add an oxygen room. We'll see what else we can accomplish, but I want there to never be oxygen on this ship, so we're probably going to be killing a lot of crew. But we will see. Hey, Dasar. Hey, Ali. So we're going to go ahead and rename this ship here. We're going to be running the Valorous spaceship Void today. And we're going to name our crew accordingly. Our first character here is going to be Nothing. Our second character here is going to be Absence. And our third is going to be Nil. If you can tell the theme, we are going to have no one on this ship. Even though we don't have a no one yet. We'll get there eventually. Yeah, no vampweeds. The theory is no source of oxygen. We want to keep there being no air on the ship. So we will see how successful that is, but I feel like that'll be a fun little problem for us to deal with as we go here. Now, this ship in particular, as is worth keeping in mind, does start with respirators, which means that if people do join us, they'll suffocate a little more slowly than normal. So it is possible that if we can keep the respirators and the medbay turned on, that people will be able to stay alive even though they can't breathe. So we might be able to use them for a while, but I have a feeling we're going to need to get rid of any non-oxygenless crew pretty quickly, because you get one shot in that medbay and they're all dead anyway. But it does start with hacking. It does start with a teleporter, which is pretty cool. So we have a little bit of interesting toys to play with. Our initial weapon is a Flak 2, which can do up to 3 pellets. So not a bad weapon, but not like a really... nothing that'll do it on its own. We'll need to get some support for it. But we're probably going to be doing a bunch of boarding, since we have the teleporter. We'll see exactly how it goes as we get into it. Our Lanius are pretty straightforward. They basically do the same things we're used to. They drain oxygen from rooms and they're immune to suffocation. Meanwhile, our Phantom is a little bit weirder. They are immune to suffocation and fire. They're a little bit weaker than a normal crew, but they're really fast at destroying things. So it's a little unsure to me how we're going to use that, because I have a feeling we're probably going to want the Lanius to do the boarding, so oxygen is working on our side, where Nil might need to stay behind. But they also ignore doors, which could be useful. I don't know. We got to figure it out. So I don't know exactly how we're going to use this one yet, but we'll see. Hey, Explozan, watching back Dwarf Fortress from ages ago. That's a game that is so complicated, but so cool. I'm glad you enjoyed giving it a try yourself. So, we're just going to get started here. I think we basically have the plan down. One thing that's not immediately obvious from looking at the ships is if they have any special number of crew, but this one doesn't have anything that denotes unusual crew numbers. So I think it's it just reset the names. It's safe to assume that it will probably have basically the normal capacity that we're used to seeing. So let's rename our crew properly again and then get out of here. We have plenty of space to cover, so we're going to need to make sure we actually do. Let's get started. You take a look at the distant swirls of space as the stars fly past. This is the beginning of the next chapter in your saga. What will await you next? let's proceed with our mission. Last time we were here, we got our butt kicked. We had a real struggle last time we were playing, and I think what we're gonna do is just go back down to normal standard so we can explore more of the galaxy. I'd like to go up the difficulties again later, but one of the things that I realized I was making myself have a bad time with is Cura is a robot character in the first sector that can give us some cool missions that might be able to unlock some interesting things for us. But because Cura takes a down payment to get started, we often don't have the money. We've missed a lot of chances for them. But that's one of the things that challenge difficulty changes. It removes the starting money that it gives you, which makes it hard to do that thing. So for now, we're just gonna go back to standard, normal, and that should give us a little bit more juice here to actually try and discover what's out there and experiment a little bit more. So I'm looking forward to this. Let's proceed with our mission and we'll see what we've got. We're heading into the multiverse drop point, and we can automatically install our external augments as internal ones. I think we're going to go ahead and do that. You can stack them, which is pretty cool. So if we got internal respirators and external respirators, that would be 75% suffocation reduction. But I don't think having an external slot and an internal slot spent for just 25% more respiration is really worth it. So we're just going to go ahead and internalize this. Your personal guide on how to do Cura is ignore Cura. Listen, that might be the case, but I have yet to succeed in a Cura quest. So I want to see what they give us, what they do, what they got. So we're gonna exit hyperspeed here and go take a look at this stuff. We slowly exit hyperspeed, transitioning to a speed safe for landing, and steer closer to the hangar below. There, your ship is stocked up and prepped to head out into this foreign galaxy. So, we have 20 starting dollars. We have the opportunity to murder someone immediately by adding a crew here. We're not going to do that. We could grab a weapon. I think the weapon choices here aren't really going to benefit us if we're probably going to be doing a lot of early game boarding anyway. So we're just going to grab some extra resources, and that will give us the 30 scrap we need for the initial down payment and a little bit of extra juice on the other things. So let's grab those and go. Finally suited up and ready to go, we take a look at our beacon map. We have a while before the fleet becomes an immediate threat, so we can spare some time to do something here. Well, we only have one action, I assume, is run a salvage mission. We can only do this once per sector, but we'll run it and see what they find. I do think it's very funny to run a salvage mission while inside the Federation hangar. Okay, cool. We stole 3 fuel, 1 drone part, and 8 scrap from the hangar, and are going to try and run away before anyone notices. So one thing that is interesting about this ship is we actually don't have radar. So we can't sell what we're fighting, which means that the boarding strategy could get us killed really badly if we're unlucky in the early couple of jumps here. We will see, though. Well, good start. We have Cura directly next to us, so we're going to go there because we want to get that started. They're not going to give us any missions until the next sector, but we don't want to accidentally spend our money and not have enough in time, so we're just going to go get this out of the way right now. We should also rearrange our crew. As soon as you arrive, you spot an unusually advanced auto ship waiting for you. Initializing scans. Please wait. A bright white glow envelops your ship, and your firewall crumbles almost immediately as the ship siphons all the data on your computers. Concerning, yes, but the ship doesn't show signs of hostility yet. Data collection complete. From my findings, you are a renegade. No need to confirm, I am certain of this fact. I am the custodial utilitarian robotic assistant, Cura for short. Assuage your fears, I am of malicious control no more. I offer you a proposition, one that may interest a simple and violent-minded individual such as yourself. I'm listening. Under my former masters, I was constructed in the pursuit of data harvesting. As my prime directive, it is in my natural interest to continue this. However, as a cognitive, it seems unnecessary that my data harvesting continues in service of my creators, Wentworth Innovations, nor the Rebellion. My recent interests involve that of rebel founder, admiral, and CEO of my aforementioned parent company, Vance Wentworth. I am certain you have heard of him. My proposition is simple. Assist me in collecting artifacts relating to Mr. Wentworth and you will be rewarded, perhaps financially or maybe even further. However, to assure that you are serious in this offer, I require an initial down payment. The last renegade I hired had a tendency to steal from me. She is dead now. I made sure of it. Yeah, we're here to accept your proposition. Hopefully we can actually get some missions successful this time. Payment confirmed. I look forward to working with you in the future, Renegade. I will upload a list of available tasks to your atlas for you to view during your next hyperspeed session. Cool, so nothing we can do for now. Cost a pile of cash, but we will be able to, hopefully, do some interesting things later. Now, there's a lot of stores around here, and we don't have any money, so I guess we're going to scoot around the supply beacon edge and then dance around in here for a bit. Sylvan will be a good spot to go to, because now we're back on normal difficulty. They'll give us a free present, but we have plenty of space to jump to before that happens. This beacon serves as a temporary outpost for the Multiverse drive-equipped vessels. It gives us 3 fuel, 1 drone part, and 10 scrap from a Federation auto ship. Unfortunately, there's nothing else we can do on board the ship, so these beacons aren't that exciting. They're just not stores. So I have a feeling Distress Beacon might have been more valuable to go to, but it's fine. We'll jump to the 2 supply beacons. They're basically just free resources. Possibly there'll be a fight on one of them, but we'll see. We've arrived at a Federation supply depot again. Little remains of the supply depot other than a small helping of scrap. A pirate ship jumps in nearby, disappointed to find the supply depot already destroyed. Well, we can take them, I think. They're called a bombard, so I assume they're going to have missiles or bombs, but let's attack them and find out what they've got. We prepare for battle. They have no med bay, which we like to see. Let's do nothing here, I think. Now, one thing that is noteworthy is we have a hack, but we don't have that much in the way of drone parts, so if we're using them irresponsibly, we're going to run out really fast. Thankfully, this guy has a single-shot laser, so I don't think we have to worry too much. What we do need to do is get our crew rearranged, because I still haven't done that. So, oh, they came to fight us. That's kind of polite of them. I was about to go visit them instead. So we can take out this poor slug. He's going to die very fast from the lack of oxygen, and these guys actually can't hurt us. So the only thing that could go wrong here at this point is accidentally jumping into a ship where we don't have the health to survive fighting the boarders. Since we only have two-party boarding, I think we're going to jump into a room that only has 2 space, but which they will want to protect. So if we jump in here, this tells me there's probably only this 1 NG left, so we should have no problem taking them down. He did run off, but that's okay. We should be able to just chase him down, and he will be dead. Oh, he's gone immune, but we got him. We've proven ourselves an efficient murderer of pirates. Their ship is ours to salvage. 1 fuel, missile, 26 scrap. We'll take it. And back home we go. Now, we do need to keep healing up our crew, but that'll happen automatically when we get home, so that's pretty nice. I think what I want to do here is set absence to engines and nothing to shields, and save their positions there, so I can use the saved positions to get back if we can't do boarding. Hey, Viking Pirate, good to see you. Because if we have to be on our ship, we'll need to move around and get to the places where we want to be pretty quickly. That said, I think we just jump here. Is there anything I want to spend money on first? Obviously, it's 50 scrap, or 70 scrap for a second shield bar, but we're not quite there yet. We also have extremely weak engines, so we are very vulnerable at the moment. As long as we only murder regular pirates and not Viking pirates. Listen, no promises, Viking pirate, but I think you're probably safe. I think you're probably safe. It's an honorable line of work. Well, unfortunately, we think nothing about these other people. It's rare to see an Argeon vessel with no weapon system, and this one is trying to stay away. I didn't get into this business looking for a fight. If you'll excuse me, I got places to be. So we can try and fight these guys, but they will immediately try and leave, which is a bit of a problem for us. We can board them. They have no med bay. But if they leave with our crew, then they're just gone, and I don't know how long it takes them to leave versus how long it takes us to recharge our teleporter. And since we don't have radar, it's difficult for us to know how long they've got. We can hack their helm, and that'll make it less likely that they'll be able to get away, but they also have a drone control system, so if they have defense drones, that's going to really mess with our ability to stop them. Hey, Rose, good to see you too. I kind of want to fight these guys, but if they get away, we get nothing out of it. If we ask them if they need help or do crimes, and crimes are fine, but I don't know if they're actually what we want right now. It's early days. If we mess it up, we gotta go back. We can try again. But let's attack the vessel to reclaim its possessions. Smugglers are not welcome in Federation space. And before the fight starts, I think we're going to need to teleport into their helm. I guess we go helm and we hack the engines. That's probably the best option. Because if we teleport in here and we hack the engines, then we can prevent them from getting away without preventing the people from coming in. As if they were ready for this, they immediately power on their engines. We better be quick, this ship's engines are unusually strong. So they do have a defense drone. That does make this significantly harder. Alright, I don't know if we're going to be able to kill these guys effectively here. The doors are also a problem. It's possible I should have jumped into the doors, because if we could have destroyed those, then we'd be able to get away pretty effectively. But I am a little concerned. Unfortunately, that might be the only other crew. If we can destroy the helm, that'll help, but right now we're taking a lot of damage to this drone, which is going to make it pretty hard for us to break this thing. I don't know if this is going to work. We can go ahead and flak the engines. We should be able to at least hit them once here. However, we are going to need to run away. This is not doing enough damage for us to be able to fight them effectively. So if I jump out of here now before anyone dies, they are now charging again, so we'll have to go back into the med bay to heal up. If we can put more damage in the engines, then potentially we can stop them, but it's probably going to be pretty hard. If they... Oh, they also have a repair bot, which is going to make it hard to keep things dead. Alright, this might be a little outside of our ability to destroy right now. I'm going to go ahead and hack the engines so they can't currently flee. But I don't know if that's actually enough to slow them down. I don't think we're going to have time to get back in there, is all I'm saying, right? Like... Yeah, being able to pull the captain out of the helm there did help us prevent them from just leaving, so that is good, but it does mean that they're probably still going to get away here. And yeah, we've missed another shot. I don't think it's worth trying to go back. They're low health on the slug, but they're like full health on the Rockman. I don't think that's gonna work. Because this guy would be easy to kill. He's by himself. But if we go down here and kill him, what's to say that they're even going to want to send the captain back to us to stop the escape? I think we just have to let them go. Escape is going to be imminent in like 5 seconds anyway, I think. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we missed another shot. Alright, that's fine. We take the L on that one. The pirate jumped away. So it goes. Let's get our crew moving on. We have how many jumps left? We have 7. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that should do the job. Let's see what they've got. We got some Federation fortifications that have taken heavy damage. A couple of workers are busy trying to patch it up. Do they need any help? Any help we could offer would be a lifesaver. We only just barely managed to chase away those damn rebels, and they'll no doubt be returning with reinforcements soon. We're undermanned. We won't be able to get these repairs done in time. Well, we can offer to help. Let's wait behind and fight off the rebels. We cannot... we can't leave crew behind, because we only got 3 who can actually live on our ship. So let's go fight these fools. They have a mini beam, so they're harmless. Let's go jump in and start trying to take out their crew. Hopefully, they've only got 2 crew, because we are so-so at fighting if we're not relying on the oxygen drain to actually do most of the killing for us. Now we just have to chase them around the ship a little bit so that they will come back and fight us. Crew dead, we scrapped the ship, getting 2 fuel, a missile, and 21 scrap. It appears the rest of the rebel squadron is trying to flee after watching their comrades be destroyed. Federation officers thank us and offer another payment to fuel missile 19 scrap. Since we jumped over here to do this attack, we're probably not going to try and go backwards. Oh, it's another store? Really? Okay, well we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and still get a good number of jumps, because we know Sylvan is a store, so we don't want to go to a store right before going there. Let's see what Sylvan offers us for free this time.
Stranger, stranger, good to see you. Have some scrap on the house. Now that's out of the way, care for a trade?
18 scrap and Dr. Drone. I don't know what that is. A bright blue slug hails you, a fat cigar in his mouth, but he perks up when he sees you.
Stranger, why hello there. Have you come to trade?
We don't want to sell anything because we don't have that much to sell yet. We definitely don't want to attack. Sylvan will crush us right now. But let's see what he's offering.
Stranger, stranger, was to a few assorted sectors recently. Picked up some rare weapons that might interest ya.
Oh, it's got kernel weapons. These are missile weapons that have a chance to replenish themselves. And spore launchers? What are these? These are, I guess, kernel bombs. Yeah. Partly organic bomb weapons manufactured by vampweeds, which possess a unique chance to ignore ammo consumption when fired. Okay, what else have you got in here? You've got crystal weapons, and you've got nano weapons, and neurosentry, vamp sentry, nano sentry. These are sentry deployers. What? What are these? These are some weird weapons in here. Okay, so kernel weapons are pretty straightforwardly missile weapons that basically just have a chance to take less ammo. The elite chain kernel is a lot of power. It's pretty fast. It can get really fast, down to only 2 seconds per shot, but it still goes through a lot of missiles. The charge kernel takes up to 2 in one go. And the heavy kernel does more base damage. I don't know if I want to rely on missiles right now. Same with the spores. This one shoots 3 times. But again, it's like breach chance, a bit of system, and other damage. I don't know if we want to go on the spores yet. We have a neural crystal that stuns crew. This one always applies crystal lockdown and pierces 2 shields. That's interesting. What else have we got in here? The crystal scatter. So this is like a flak crystal weapon. And the crystal heavy. 4 hull damage is pretty good. It's 17 seconds, which is a little slow, but it's like a big chunker. Unfortunately, we don't... we do have the flak 2 actually already, so we could punch down the shields and then hit them with that thing. That could be decent. These sentries, neurosentries induce panic, making people run to other rooms. That's kind of cool. It does take a missile. The vamp sentry decreases enemy and ally max health by 40% for 20 seconds. That doesn't seem great. And the nano sentry just does damage for 20 seconds. Of all the sentries, this one's neat, but... well, yeah, see, that's the thing. Rose, I'm not a big fan of the 17-second cooldown either, but this gun... I thought it was actually longer. I was thinking of the Flak 2, I think, from the base game, which has more shots, but had about a 17-second cooldown. That one's only about 10 seconds, so that does make it a bit harder to trust. I don't know. I might just go for this thing. It's a really fast shot. It pierces 2 shields, which means we can punch it through things. Only takes 1 power. Seems pretty good. It lets us chunk down things like med bays that are potentially going to give us a hard time at the start here. So let's try the Elite Neural Crystal. And I do need to give ourselves a little bit more power to use it with. After this, I think we're probably going to go for... more shields, because more defenses early adds up so fast, but we have plenty of sectors to jump to first, so let's keep hopping around. An abandoned supply cache drifts through space nearby. It must have been lost during an attack. You aren't sure who it belongs to, but we use either a trap against the fleet or try our luck with opening it. Well, trap against the fleet doesn't do us any good. We only have enough jumps left to get us to the exit. So getting more jump time wouldn't help. We could blow it up, which will give us a little bit. We could try to carefully open it, which might cause some damage. Let's try and carefully open it. Once we get the cache open, we realize the entire thing is filled with explosives. It's for supplies, of course, but if you had tried to blow it open, that would have gone very poorly. We take 4 missiles. Well, missiles aren't super useful to us because I didn't buy a missile launcher, but that's fine. Distress beacon over here, this is almost certainly the one with the people in the poison air, but since we have Lanius, we should be able to complete it, so let's get over there and see what they got. It is indeed. I am not going to bother reading this whole thing because it's the same mission every Sector 1. They've got a chemical leak in the station. If we hear them out, we should be able to send our anaerobic crew no problem. Oh, interesting. Respirators also lets us do it for free. Well, we're going to send an anaerobic crew member because we have 3 of them, and they should be able to handle this no problem. Our anaerobe happens to be able to resist the toxins. They quickly disengage from the docking clamps from the vessel and pilot it away. Your crew then proceeds to flush contaminants from the ship and reactivate life support to refill it with fresh oxygen. When we return the ship to the owner, they give us a fuel conserver. Ooh, 14 scrap and a fuel conserver. That isn't a huge amount of extra fuel over a run, but it is 3 to 5 every sector, which is pretty nice. Let's keep hopping. We're almost out of Sector 1 and into the places where space gets weird. A blip on the communicator shows an incoming transmission from a Zoltan ship out of your field of view. When you pick up, you're greeted by the unwelcome sounds of a raving madman screeching about cowering beneath the prophet eye. He demands a prayer and offering, or else suffer his wrath. Well, we're not going to pay him, so we refuse. Easy peasy.
Then let the curse befall you!
The Zoltan ship jumps away and is immediately followed by a rebel ship jumping in. Were the Zoltan working with the rebels, or is this a coincidence? Hard to say, but one thing's for certain, it's time to fight. So let's do nothing and get in there. They have a heavy laser, which could potentially hurt us pretty bad. I think it's a 2-shot one, which is why it's potentially an issue. We're going to teleport in directly, though, and hopefully we can take them out before they do too much more to us. They have 2 actual crew in here. This combo with the drone is also pretty bad. I'm tempted to hack their drone control, but weapons might actually be better. Thing is, the neural crystal is now loaded, so we're just going to fire this into weapons here. And now it's broken and they can't get in. Yeah, exactly, Ali. Or only 3s, like we saw the other time. But we'll see if that's what happens again. So I assume they're going to be trying to get into the weapon bay, so if we just run in here and kill them, they will go down pretty fast. Easy peasy. We feel no pity for the now dead rebel crew and scrap their ships spitefully. Spitefully? No. Justifiedly. 2 missiles, 1 drone part, 25 scrap is nice rewards, and we can flash the healing real quick here to be back to full health. Alright, I'm feeling the neural crystal there. It's going to be useful at least for the first sector or 2. Well, no one is likely to have more than 2 shields. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but just being able to chip things down pretty reliably, I think is going to be quite good. We've reached the end of the first step of our journey. However, it appears we aren't alone. The rebel fleet must have sent one of their fighters after us.
Your mistake for coming here, bucko, end of the line.
It's the end of the line for someone, but not for me. Alright, let's do nothing here and teleport into their ship. I think, well, they want to teleport to us. I guess I should let them first. Yeah, where did they land? They landed over here. They are quickly going to find that our ship is not very good for boarding. But they are probably going to hit us with the mini-beam unless we're very lucky. Yeah. Oh, they took our shields out and our engines. That's pretty mean. Alright, let's come back here and fix this. Because if they can hit us again, that will not be a good time. But thankfully, we can lock their weapons out fully, so I guess it doesn't actually matter. Let's get our crew ready to board, because we should be able to take them out before they get a chance to do much else to us. Let's jump into their oxygen, and just for fun, pop 1 more neural crystal shot in here so they can't get in that room. They don't seem to care about us destroying their oxygen, which I'm kind of surprised about. Is there anyone even left? Oh, there they are. They're just trying to get in the room that's locked. Well, let's go ahead and just keep it locked then, so they don't get to do what they want. Turns out this neural crystal's pretty good. This guy's just letting us kill him. Weird. We've successfully defeated the rebel ship, and we have a conservative bomb. Ooh. Alright, well, let's... nothing left to do on board the ship, I guess. So, never mind, we'll do nothing. And get out of there. Seems like the AI doesn't know how to handle those, crystal walls, because they were suffocating and getting shot by 2 people, and they just kind of stood there and let it happen. So, that might be pretty useful. That said, we have 73... We have enough to... Oh, wrong button. We have 83 scrap, which means we can afford to spend it on more shield bars. We can't necessarily run these yet, but if we depower other stuff, then that'll be easy. Conservative bomb here doesn't take power. As long as the system is operating, it'll run, so it gives us another way to drop system damage indirectly, although it does take missiles. Well, let's get out of the sector and see what our options are. The Free Mantis Dominion and the Gathering Rim Worlds. Well, I don't think either of those are going to likely work for what we're dealing with, because we're expecting any crew from those places to just die. But Free Mantis, I think, is probably better. I seem to recall the Free Mantis pheromones makes them super vulnerable to environmental damage, which we should be able to make them deal with. So it does mean the boarders we fight will be more powerful, but it does mean if they try and board us, they're going to melt themselves really quickly. I think. We'll see if I'm right. We're going to go to the Free Mantis Dominion either way. I like the red options up here for the last 2 sectors, so that seems like it's going to be more interesting in the long run anyway. We've entered hyperspeed. Not to be confused with multiverse travel, hyperspeed is merely the process of traveling from system to system or sector to sector. So I don't know if we can do both of these things, which is I'm a little curious to see what happens, because I think if we go try and... Oh, and! It does say and. Okay, that's cool. Let's view available tasks from Cura then and see what they've got for us. We can check all of these, so let's see what they are. Let's view the hard task first. Artifact name journal. I have finally located the coordinates of Mr. Wentworth's old journal from his early days in the Federation. Stored now in an abandoned bunker deep underneath a nearby ice planet, a larger Federation outpost has been constructed above it. This could prove difficult to retrieve. That, of course, is why you are doing this and not me. Run along, errand boy. Please go fetch me that journal. We have to get Vance's journal, and we have to be prepared to shed some Federation blood in exchange for scrap resources and a projector? I don't know what that does. What are the other options? Intermediate task, newspaper. Strangely, it seems some Union citizens still trade paper pamphlets with printed news stories upon them. Frankly, I find this childish, but I have discovered a particular article describing a scandal between Mr. Wentworth and his right-hand woman, Sierra Black. I wish to authenticate these claims, and this newspaper is a start. Some aging Union man has taken residency on the fringes of this sector. Please locate his retirement home and obtain the newspaper. Retrieve the newspaper, try not to step on the old man's lawn. Okay, what's the easy one? Easy task. Artifact name, childhood drawing. I have found evidence that an old drawing belonging to Mr. Wentworth has traded hands and now ended up here. This drawing could show early behavioral patterns starting from the earliest offset. Please retrieve the drawing. Retrieve the drawing. I do not know why there should be any difficulty in this. Recommendation, be quick about it. Okay, so this seems like it's kind of a nothing quest. The second one seems like it is remember that you're not supposed to step on the lawn, and that's probably the only challenge to it. Whereas the hard task is go murder a bunch of Federation. So we've never succeeded in one of these, so what I want to do first is just do one that's probably completable. So that we can actually finish one task and see what happens when you do. So we're going to try the newspaper for now and see how this works. So, accept the job. Task accepted. Transferring coordinates to next sector. Do not disappoint me. Quest marker added, and let's use our fuel conserver. Will we get somewhere between 2 and 5 fuel? 3, as is our want. We always just get 3. Let's go to the Free Mantis sector and see what these guys got. The Free Mantis have captured this sector from the Zoltan. Though their addiction of pheromones may degrade their intelligence, the Free Mantis are exceedingly loyal. Well, let's get out of hyperspeed and get in there then. The Free Mantis reside on the outskirts of Zoltan territory, but have not been received well. Hopefully, you can find assistance for your Mantis from your Mantis allies, but not have to engage any Zoltan. The Free Mantis, while disorganized as a group, can all agree that the sector must be kept free of control from the Mantis Hive, as such a guard ship protects this beacon, but they don't disturb you. Well, I like talking to these guards, so let's talk to them. The Free Mantis struggle at grammar and proper dialect, but the crew on the nearby ship manages to get out an understandable and chipper welcome to us and our crew. Let's ask for some supplies. The Free Mantis gladly give you some supplies, honored to be of assistance to a Federation vessel. I don't know if I would say we are a Federation vessel. We're like a ship made out of knives. I'll take the free money, but like, I don't know if we're what they think we are. Okay, we have another Sylvan location here. Our task is way over there, but we have 12 beacons to get there, so we have a pretty long amount of time. We do like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? That's, yeah, 10, 11, 12? That doesn't quite work. Kind of a nasty shape of an area to try and fly around in. If we go the long way, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's probably a best option. Alright, let's go around the long way and see what this sector has for us. It isn't clear what we're looking at first, but it appears to be the aftermath of 2 Free Mantis ships colliding with each other at a high velocity. There appears to be minimal power signatures, and one of the engines miraculously is still running, but you aren't sure anyone is actually alive. Let's try to make contact. We could definitely kill someone if they want to try and join our ship. To our surprise, you almost immediately receive a response. A cheerful Mantis speaks.
Ah, Federation! This is most fortuitous time. As you see, we are in a major predicament. Many my brothers die, but they die valiantly. Are you here to save?
Let's ask them what happened.
Oh yes, we see Engie do this. 2 ships come together quickly and they make a bigger, stronger ship. We try it too. However, it doesn't work as expected. Clearly, we forgot step.
We can try and pry the ships apart or offer to transport their crew to their clan. This seems unnecessarily cruel. Because, like, how is that gonna work? But, I'm almost tempted to click it. Because if it lets us, even though our ship has no air on it, it's probably pretty funny. I don't know if prying their ships apart is going to work, so let's offer to transport the crew home. It might just mean we kill them all instantly, but we'll find out.
Oh, greatest of thanks! I bring my friends. 1 second.
A large group of 10 or so Free Mantis come aboard carrying various possessions. We tell them to make themselves at home in the cargo bay until we can find their clan grounds. They added a quest marker to our map. Oh, good. Those guys are dead. Good thing they didn't notice they were dead yet. And conveniently, the quest marker is actually on the route I was planning to take, so that's pretty nice too. Let's go to the next location. A few Free Mantis ships from different clans are trading supplies nearby. Most of them are small, and you could probably steal some of their supplies if you're up to the risk. I don't really want to make enemies with the friendly factions this run, so we're going to leave them be. We are definitely going to do a horrible crimes run soon, but I don't think that's this one. We're going to leave them be. We don't need to get involved, and messing with multiple Free Mantis clans at once isn't a good idea. Let's do a salvage operation. We survey the nearby area, and we find the ruins of a little colony appear to have once been located on a nearby atmospheric planetoid. We can't be certain if anyone's left. Let's go check it out.
Damn the Federation! You abandoned us when we needed you most, and now you come back only we're on the brink of death!
Some hidden sentry gun that escaped your initial scans activates and fires on your ship. You escape with only minor damage, but quite startled. Oh. Cool. Our little bonus option here was just take 5 damage. Alright. Well, I think we basically want to go straight to the quest beacon here, because we've got... Let me just do my math again. 10 jumps left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that looks good to me. Quest beacon it is. We've arrived at the location of the Free Mantis clan. We drop off the survivors, and the clan thanks you greatly. They offer you one of their finest soldiers in tribute. Oh, bad move, Elizabeth. I was hoping they'd offer us money, and not a poor dead soul. We've done a good deed here in the eyes of the Free Mantis. If we've gained notoriety from other actions in the past, we're more likely to be forgiven for them. Alright, well let's get you in the medbay so you don't suffocate too fast, because I don't think we can keep this mantis alive. Actually, they do heal. They get more health back from the medbay than they lose from suffocating, so... There you go. I guess it isn't the mantis who get the free mantis who get the oxygen penalty when they boost themselves. I thought it was. Maybe it's one of the other mantis factions? I'm not 100% clear about that one. Distress beacon over here. So if we do that, we can probably just shave a jump off of this. So we go distress beacon 2, 3, and then go straight out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. Let's go check out the distress beacon and see what else we got. A free mantis ship is adrift near a gas giant in the system. They send you a message upon your arrival.
Needing help! Ghost attack! Left lots holes in ship! Not fast enough to fix! Saving our strength!
Well, let's go patch up their breaches. We have no need for oxygen. This should be easy.
Big gratitude for Renegade! Was attacked by broken Zoltan ship. Evil ghosts no match for Free Mantis. Had something you want?
The Free Mantis give you a piece of salvage from the ship that attacked them. 2 fuel, drone part, 12 scrap, and old burst Mark 1. The old weapons kinda suck, if memory serves. They're basically like regular weapons except inaccurate. So it's a burst laser 1 that takes 2 power and can't aim. Probably not gonna get a lot of use out of this, but we can sell it. I never did check what Dr. Drone does. Manually controlled support drone that heals friendly crew in the current room passively. Oh, interesting. So in theory, we could turn this onto boarding mode and fire it at them to help heal us while we're invading. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if we're gonna do it, but it's neat. Okay, let's buy another power bar, because we could really use some more of those now that we have to use one in here to keep Elizabeth alive for longer. Having a Mantis crew could be useful in Mantis space, so let's try and keep them alive for at least the foreseeable future. 2 wrecks, both formerly rebel ships, drift nearby. A Free Mantis ship hails you, its weapons raised boastfully, in pride at its latest kill.
Federation Captain, have you seen latest kill?
You nod.
Yes, we hope to make proud.
Just nod and keep listening.
You, Federation, have protected us, given us home when we had nowhere to go. You save us, we are forever grateful. We offer you a slave from the pitiful rebel ships we kill for you.
Well, I think refusing just does nothing, so we're gonna accept and stick someone else in the medbay for a bit. I hope you like sitting in the medbay. Oh, it's just a human. 2 Free Mantis guards come aboard and throw the rebel officer onto the ground in front of you. They wave happily with their sharpened claws and bid you farewell. Alright, Adnan, you can go hang out in here. Elizabeth and Adnan need to be renamed, and unfortunately, they aren't going to be around for very long, so we are going to rename them in keeping with the theme of our ship, but also in keeping with the fact that they probably won't be around for long. We have a vacancy, and we also have... nada. Alright. Let's keep jumping. We have no money, so if we're gonna go visit Sylvan, it's just for the free thing, but a free thing is still a free thing, so let's go see what they've got for us.
Ah, stranger. I figured I might see you here. It's a fine day for shopping. You got a minute to spare.
I guess he doesn't have free things after the first visit, which is fine. Let's see what he's offering.
Ah,
Stranger. I might normally sell guns, but I've gathered quite the stock of drones lately. Maybe you could use one.
No, I don't think we want drones. We'll see what he's got. I am here to sell some things, though. I think I'm going to keep the Doctor Defense drone. No, we don't have a drone control. It's just free money right now. If we get one later, that'll be fine. The real thing here is I don't think I want the old burst either. It's not terrible to keep, but like on the power that it draws, I don't think we're going to get it online anytime soon, and we'll probably have something better by then. So I'm going to sell the old burst laser as well. That gives us a little bit of money. Oh, surprisingly, you can't even buy repairs from this Sylvan. Huh. Well, there you go. They've got a combat drone 2, an ion amp that does more damage with more power, the conservative one which doesn't cost any energy. A defense 3 would be fun. I would like to try one of these really high power defense drones to see if they're actually better than I'm used to anyway. Guardian drone here is for anti-missile and anti-drones, and recon drone? A small airborne recon drone that explodes on death. Weird. So it has very little health, it takes reduced damage, it moves really fast and can break locked doors, it detects things in adjacent rooms, and it explodes when you kill it. Strange. Kind of an interesting option, but a strange one nonetheless. That said, the real reason I wanted to come here and sell the weapons is because we need more power bars so we can turn our shields on. Now that we've got that going, we are a little bit hardier, so that should help us stay alive in the rest of this sector. Those are both stores, okay. So I think what we're gonna do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that should take us basically to the perfect amount of time, so let's do it. Rebel ships are all about, firing upon a group of unarmed civilians and a free Mantis ship escorting them. You haven't been noticed. Well, let's go fight the rebels. We're here to do some battling. We target the strongest of the rebel ships, an elite bomber. This won't be fun. Okay, well, I guess we are going to do nothing immediately. We are going to prepare to start knurling down their weapon system, because that thing looks nasty. And I think we're just going to teleport 2 crew into their oxygen so that we can hopefully slow them down a little bit here. They do have soldiers, which are going to be a little bit better at fighting than we are. But we should be able to get the advantage over them with the power of suffocation on our side. With that damage dealt here, they only have this gun. I don't know what that thing is, though. I don't remember exactly what it does. Funnily enough... Oh, no, they do have an O2 system. We're just standing in it. I was about to say, do these guys not have an oxygen system somehow? But they do. It's just over there. Let's neural crystal them in the weapons again, because I don't want that thing being fixed. They did decide to run off, but that means that replacement crew is probably... Oh, 3 shots on that. 4! Oh! Well, we dodged one of them, but now we have no hacking as a backup option, which isn't great for us. Thankfully, they've lost access to their oxygen systems now, too. And since no one else has come here, I'm going to assume that the remaining crew, is here, trying to punch their way into the weapons system. Oh, and that one. That is not good. Alright. We are probably in trouble then, and we'll need to dodge out of this fight to go heal. Because I don't know if we can actually take them out like this. We can stop them from repairing the system for a bit longer with a couple more neural crystal shots. So we might be able to get back in there before they can get everything back online, but I don't like the odds of trying to win this fight here directly. The fact they have no oxygen is nice, though. Alright, we need to dip, I think. It's just not worth the risk. Pop a crystal in there, and get our crew in to heal as well. We missed! Oh! Well, let's pop a conservative bomb in there too then, just to really make sure this guy's not happy about it. Awesome. So they do want to run in there, but they have very little health, and there's a breach, which is going to slow down the rate at which they can deal with it. We're going to suffocate vacancy here for a minute or two. If they do repair the oxygen, we can just hit it with another crystal shot, which means I think these guys are dead, they just don't know it yet. Alright, teleporters back online. They're going to be in here, presumably. No, they had to bail. They ran out of oxygen before they could do anything about it. If we stand here, then they'll run over and try and fight us, but change their mind on the way, apparently. Oh, these poor people. Their whole ship is running out of oxygen so fast they don't know what to do about it. To our surprise, we emerge victorious. The other rebel ships scatter, afraid we'll go after them next. We scrap the hull of our most recent victim, getting 3 fuel, 2 missiles, and 31 scrap. Nice. It appears the civilian ships are in worse condition than we thought. The Free Mantis thanks us, but there's little to do to save the survivors. They give us some extra fuel for our trouble. Okay, well that went pretty smoothly, actually. We did get a couple of shots hitting from that laser that was kind of bigger than I expected it was, but overall we're looking okay here. Are they... Oh, there must have been a breach in there they were fixing first. I was like, they look like they're repairing, but there's nothing happening to the health bar. But no. It must have been a breach, and it didn't matter, because we didn't need the health. Alright, so we have 48 scrap left. I kind of want to put a bit of power into our engines, because man, we are not very good at dodging right now. And we are going to continue being bad at it until we get some more anaerobic crew, because... we can run people over here onto these systems temporarily, but they won't be able to actually stay there for the majority of a fight to gain experience. That said, we'll jump here, outpost, and then back to the exit. An NG ship nearby hails you as a Free Mantis ship approaches them from behind. Let's accept their transmission. Danger imminent. Free Mantis in pursuit. Request contact Free Mantis. Ask for intent. Alright, we contact the Free Mantis ship. The Free Mantis captain seems happy to see you and welcomes you to the sector. You waste no time and ask for his intent with the NG.
Harm them? No, this war very troubling. Alliances are crucial, and the best way is through mutually beneficial agreements such as trade. But the NG run. We suspect they are afraid. I promise we wish them no harm. We explain the situation to the NG, and they say, gratitude high, appreciation high, simulated fear low. Many thanks. The NG pay you and continue to jump away. The Free Mantis captain shrugs and thanks us for trying. Hey, we'll take 24 scrap. That's not bad. We're going to hold on to our money for a little bit longer in case we need some of this task, though, so let's go to the outpost. A hail comes in from a human Federation officer working aboard the nearby Free Mantis station.
I must say, these Free Mantis are very interesting to work with. When I was first rescued from the rebel captivity by one, they kissed me and started praying at my feet. We're married now.
The Federation captain pauses before remembering what he was talking about.
Sorry. When you live among the Free Mantis too long, you start to ramble about nothing. Is there any assistance you're in need of? I'm sure the rest of the crew here would be honored to help you.
We're not going to try and get another Free Mantis murdered. I think we're just going to take some more fuel. It's probably the most valuable thing that they've got we could grab. The drone parts wouldn't be bad either for the hacking, though. We do have the fuel generator. Alright, let's take 3 drone parts just to power our hacking for without any more difficulty. Not a bad gift, even if it's not a particularly exciting one. Alright, Cura time. Can we get the newspaper from an old man? We will find out. For the location of a geriatric old man, a Union militia outpost seems a strange location to retire to. Yet, the cheesy old decorations adorning it suggest this is the right place. Ask the old man about the newspapers. As you approach the outpost, a vessel of the elite defense cadre suddenly comes racing towards you.
I told you damn rascals last time to stay off my property. Yous have no respect these days. I spent 60 damn years of my miserable life fighting goddamn wars against rebels, pirates, spiders, and the coalition, and you pay me back by spray painting genitalia on my station.
Seems the old man has mistaken you for someone else. Maybe if you can hold off long enough without killing him, you'll be able to convince him to stand down? Okay, well, we can probably do that pretty easily here, actually. Let's do nothing. Let's send a hacking onto his weapons. That's a vampweed. I was thinking this was a normal person. That's a plant. Alright, well, once... Oh, we actually... Yeah, we can see the weapon charge time. I was about to say, can we not see the weapon charge times? But we can. We're going to hit the hack now to decharge them, pop a neural crystal in there to disable one of them, and then pop the conservative bomb in there to hopefully disable the other one. And I turned the first one back on, but we have another neural crystal shot. And I missed. Thankfully, this thing does recharge really fast. I guess what I should do, though, is send crew back to stations, because we could actually take advantage of the ability to speed up our defenses. Okay, now we should be safe. So now I don't actually think we have anything to worry about. They're unlikely to be able to do any meaningful damage here before the timer runs out, so we can just chill, and this should be fine. The hack stops them from coming in addition to the crystal stopping them from coming in. So they're probably going to just repair one bar here by the time this fight timer is over. That neural crystal is actually really cool. It's a good weapon. It's a good weapon. Alright, time's up.
Huh. Strange. It feels as though a lot of time has passed. Like, exactly 60 seconds. And in those 60 seconds, it seems I've now realized you weren't who I thought you were. You're a renegade, right? What do you want?
We're looking for some newspapers. Confused but willing to comply, the old man retrieves the newspapers in question for you.
I remember the day this paper came out. Quite the fuss. Well, here you are then. I don't know why it is you want this, but as long as you aren't going to spray paint another reproductive organ on my wall, I'm not going to complain.
The other militiamen at the station also offer to patch up your ship as compensation for the misunderstanding. I mean, didn't hurt us any, but I'll take the 8 hull repair, thank you.
Why is it humans continue to print these paper and ink sheets of timely archives when a much more efficient technological alternative is readily available? It truly is baffling. Regardless, I will convert this unsettlingly inefficient archive to digital form and will look over its contents. Would you allow me to air my thoughts as I look this over, or do you have other matters to attend to?
Let's listen, the first time we've accomplished one of these things.
As you may or may not know, all aces are required to take an oath of celibacy as part of their doctrine. In the case of Sierra Black, one of the first 2 aces, this proved to be complicated. Having known Vance for years, the two had a long-running secret affair already, hidden merely for political reasons. But after the oath, it was kept secret to avoid outing their hypocrisy. Oh, you strange, irrational organics and your fruitless scandals. Emotions are a curse which binds you all to self-destructive behavior. It is unfortunate I was created in your image, but I suppose if I were flawless, this multiverse would be mine already. Okay. I am an AI of my ever-scrupulous word. For now at least, do ensure you do not disappoint me in the future. There is no shortage of ways I can dispose of you if you disappoint me, renegade.
2 fuel, 1 missile, 32 scrap. I'll take the money. Alright, what do you want to spend this money on? Probably a little bit more engine is going to be the most valuable thing immediately, because we really still do suck at dodging anything, and a little bit more engine speed can go a long way. Let's get the crew back in the teleporter ready for next time and get jumping. An entourage of Free Mantis ships approach, and their leader hails you, boasting of its success in combat.
Flesh meat! You'll surely come to see myself in combat! Yes, see it you shall! Prepare to be amazed!
Alright, we've been boarded, which is a bad choice for them. We get ready for combat, and where are they? They boarded us over there. Alright, well, let's get over to the weapons, because that's where they're going to stop. Unfortunately for them, they are going to suffocate really fast. And down he goes. Alright, back to our stations. These guys don't look like they can hurt us, which is pretty cool. This is a stunning weapon, but it only seems to do 1 shot. So they actually are harmless. Now the only downside here is that if we try to board them, we are going to be boarding them into a Mantis ship, so there's a chance we actually lose that fight. I probably should upgrade our teleporter soon, because that's a little scary. One thing that we can do first, just to give ourselves a little bit of an edge, is just bomb the helm and then jump in. Because that way, that crew will already be a little bit weaker than normal before we start fighting them. They do have another Mantis coming in here, though, and they did both use the juice, which is pretty bad for us, actually. I forgot about the juice. Oh, that's pretty bad indeed. Okay. Here's what we're gonna try and do. I don't know if I'm gonna have time, but let's throw a hack on this real fast. We might be in big trouble now. If I can get you out of that room, and then you into this room, they can't come in right away, and then I might be able to run him through in time. Because I need to get them in the same room so I can teleport them out. We can use the neural crystal to lock them down as well, and that lasts long enough that we can probably get them out that way, as long as they don't try and chase me over here. But if they try and chase nothing, then I think he probably dies. So there he goes. So I need to get them in here now, put a neural crystal on this room before they bust the door open. Okay, I think we're safe now. We're going to conservative bomb them again to punch down their health. Good. Neural crystal stuns them at the same time, which is also pretty good. We're going to hit them with that again. And we're going to teleport our crew out so we don't run the risk of a horrible death. Let's get these guys healing. You get in there, you get out, you get in. And I think we might even be able to crew kill them with neural damage if we are lucky. Because this does do 15 crew damage every shot, and they did take some damage from actually fighting us too. So this might work. I can conservative bomb as well if we need to really... Yeah, it worked! Although the aftermath of a free Mantis fight is much like a hive Mantis fight, it feels different to scrap a ship that could have, under different circumstances, been friendly. 3 fuel, drone part, and 33 scrap. That worked out pretty good. Alright, let's get you back in the medbase. You don't die yet. Starvader used to see me on YouTube years ago. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been back on YouTube, but I've been trying to stream more again lately, and I might be getting back into doing YouTube videos again too. We'll have to wait and see. I haven't decided. Let's get to the exit and get to the next sector. We've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, we can jump to the next sector. Well, let's explore, because I think this is basically just a free beacon before we leave. We find a space station for mercenaries, or travelers. We can hire mercenaries, but we don't want to hire crew because they're just going to get stuck in our medbay. I guess we could hire an NG just to get NG events, but I don't think we're going to do that. We're not going to hire them because we can't really use them. So let's do something on board the ship. Never mind, we've got nothing left to do. We do nothing. We have 47 scrap to spend. Do I want to spend it on a teleporter upgrade? I think I do. That 15-second cooldown looks awfully good. Before I do, though... What do we have in... oh, I guess we don't have the lab yet, do we? I was going to say, I don't know what the lab upgrades for these guys are. I think this is the first time we've actually had Lanius Crew. But we can't actually get access to that right now because we don't have a level 2 medbay. We could buy one, but I think that's not a good use of our money right now. So I think instead, I'm just going to buy that level 2 teleporter. We don't quite have the power to run it yet, but I think we will want it later. Next sector, the Lawless Outreaches, or the Gathering District. Lawless Outreaches sound fun. Let's go to the Lawless Outreaches. What could possibly go wrong? What's here? We've entered hyperspeed, as known, and we have another option to take an assignment from Cura. Let's see what Cura's got for us this time. The easy task is a used toilet? I have tracked down a toilet from one of Mr. Wentworth's old homes, which may still contain traces of DNA. I must collect them.
Yes, I am asking you to scrape fecal matter off a toilet. Please do not question my methods.
Collect DNA traces? Be prepared to haggle or spend some scrap. Gross. What are the other options? Intermediate task. Wedding photograph.
Though Mr. Wentworth has tried very hard to scrub it from the net, I found the location of a photograph depicting him standing next to the bride at his sister's wedding, now for sale nearby. I fear the safety of the seller is dubious, and you may encounter a dispatch sent to procure the goods. Please do not let that photograph fall into the rebellion's hands, or we may never find another.
Retrieve the wedding photo and handle any potential assassins. Okay. And what's the last one? Hard task. Audio log.
During the more cordial arrangements made between the Rebellion and Duskbringer movements, I believe Mr. Wentworth once held a meeting with infamous war hero/terrorist Dvorak the Deathless Ray. A nearby outpost should have those recordings on board, but they won't be easy to obtain. Still, I'm certain you can manage. Please do your best not to fail me.
Retrieve the audio logs. Secure the station without causing too much damage. Duskbringers are not known for giving up even in death. We get high scrapping resources and martyr vests. If I remember correctly, martyr vests make you explode when you die? I don't think we want those. That seems like a bad thing. We don't want to have our crew being murdered, ideally. If we... Because, like, secure the station without causing too much damage, I'm a little worried that any damage might cause them to blow up their own station. I think we might have tried this one in the past, and they immediately tried to commit suicide when we hit them one time. So, that is probably still outside our ability to complete. But let's try an intermediate task again and see if anything changes as we do more of these. Niente? Oh, that's a good one too, yeah. I have a whole list of nothing names in here in different styles. We'll take a look at it. So let's try this job and fight off some assassins. That's probably more reasonable to complete.
Task accepted. Transferring coordinates to next sector. Do not disappoint me.
Well, let's recycle our fuel. Do we get 3 again? No, we get 4. All right, let's go to the pirate sector. The lawless faction is unsurprisingly a pirate sector. Pirate space is no safe spot for any ship. Fortunately, you should have little guilt picking off this sector's inhabitants, considering they'd be just as willing to do the same to you. Let's exit hyperspeed then. A few Federation-friendly planets still exist in this sector, but they're constantly under attack by pirate raids. This is a dangerous sector, so be careful. You are immediately greeted by the guard.
Greetings, friends. Welcome to our sector. I'm sure you're aware there's a fee for entry.
We refuse to pay the fee. We mute the ship and prepare for combat. So these guys do have a med bay. They also have rockets and a bunch of lasers. This is a significantly more dangerous ship than the other ones we've fought so far. Let's start by doing nothing and prepare to deal with that nonsense. I think what we're going to do here is we're just going to try and blast the med bay with a single shot here to hopefully... Actually, ooh, even better idea. We're going to hack the med bay. Voila. We're going to teleport into... teleport into the oxygen. They have a teleporter too, but like if they come fight us, they're going to be mad. It sounds like they did in fact come try and fight us, and they will in fact be mad. So, we're going to neural crystal the weapons. They have a slug, and what is this? Another Lanius. Oh, interesting. That might be a bit of a weird one for us, but they're rockets offline, which is the most dangerous weapon in their arsenal. They did manage to destroy our doors before they suffocated, which means they might actually have a Lanius in there too. Interesting. That might not be ideal for us, but their other weapons can't hurt us. So as long as we don't change anything here, they can't do anything. So we're going to send this crew over here to check if this is a Lanius. They're doing damage really fast. It's 2 ghosts. Ah! Solane Rose and Emma. That would explain how they were able to do so much damage to us so fast. Okay. So now these guys have made a terrible mistake. We're going to destroy their oxygen, and then I think we're probably going to jump back here. These guys might not live through this, but we're going to go ahead and use the pheromone boost to help punch through them pretty fast. because the lasers are actually just not a threat at all. If one of them decides they want to go in there... Oh, that is potentially good. I don't know if it's going to be enough to do it, but it might be. If the Zoltan also tries to go back, we're in a good spot. This Phantom got in there, but they're the only one who did? That's weird. I'm a little worried about these guys exploding on death, but this is... Yeah, because that is, in fact, a Zoltan. But they are going to run away, which is good. Everyone's going in there now for healing, which is what we want. We're going to swap these two. Everyone's in there. Perfect. We're going to neural crystal them and activate the hack. Oh, it was too early. No! I had to hit the hack. I had to hit the crystal first. Because the hack makes the medbay hurt them, but I was a little too fast. That's not ideal. Now everyone's going to come back in here and give me a hard time. Dang it! Alright, well, let's teleport our crew out of here so we don't risk dying. They can't get healed anymore, so our guys are gonna die because I forgot to move them. So they're just cooked. They have 6 health. Can you make it to the medbay in time? No! Okay, that's fine. We didn't need the Mantis anymore anyway. Like I mentioned earlier, we're gonna get a lot of our own crew killed here. So we'll deal with that. This guy will be dead before too long, so we're going to send our Lanius back. Voila! They're going to go in the helm this time, I think. Why not? Their whole crew is on basically no health, so they should be easy to kill. That is a dead ghost. That is a dead ghost. And I think there's one more person, probably in here. I don't actually like that this is powered. Oh, they turned off the wrong one. It appears the guard ship is sending out a distress signal to a nearby ASB platform. Well, that's not great. Where is the last crew? Ah, there he is. And they're dead. We've defeated the pirate guard. Without crew on board to stop you, we investigate their cargo and find a lot of supplies. That's true, a lot of supplies. 5 fuel, 4 missiles, 3 drone parts, and 33 scrap. We'll take it. By killing the pirate guard, we've no doubt caused them to dispatch reinforcements to track us down, so we'll have to explore the sector carefully. Let's do a salvage mission. Why not? Survey the area. What do we find? The ruins of a little colony appear to have been isolated on a little atmospheric planetoid. This blew us up last time. Let's go say hello. While exploring the colony, we're suddenly jumped by a band of armed rebels.
Ruins like this are the byproduct of the Federation's own neglect of its citizens. When the Civil War was afoot, the rebellion ensured the safety of its people, but where were you? You were busy protecting your Xeno-aristocrats from the will of humanity.
Okay, they boarded us, but that's going to be a big mistake for them because we still have no air on this ship. So, good luck. How many of you even are there? We'll find out, I guess. Wait, where did they go? Did they just teleport themselves back onto this ship? What just happened? I think what happened is enemies spawned on our ship. They realized our ship had no air. We had crew on this ship, and it has a teleporter, so it pulled them back, but then I teleported my people over, and the encounter instantly ended because this ship is already disabled, so once my crew weren't on it, the fight stopped. What a weird thing. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. That's super strange. I'll take it. I mean, hey, like, free victory, right? But, like, what a weird fight. Okay, so we have a task beacon by the exit. We have a Sylvan beacon here, but again, we have no money. We could jump around here and try and make some money and go back to visit Sylvan and then make our way up towards the exit. Let's do that. If Sylvan has cool stuff sometimes. Let's go make some cash and see if we can buy anything interesting from them. Our weapons are not going to last super long, so we want to try and make sure we get something going here. We catch a conversation between a few pirates on the ship nearby. They're arguing over something, although it's hard to tell what. Well, let's say hello.
Yeah, what do you want?
You explain you want to help them resolve their problem.
You want to what? That's pretty weird, but since you're offering, we just, legally obtained this new ship, and we can't think of a new name for it. Don't suppose you got any ideas?
The Wyvern's Vengeance, the Satan's Enforcer, or the Hellraiser? Let's think of more ideas. Hopefully this will let me type some. I want to call it the Tiddlywink. We think of a few more names for the pirate. The Black Hawk, the Empress, the Assassin's Glare. No, we need to think more. I think they're going to attack us if we take too long, but if it gives us the option to give them a custom name, I want that. So we're going to keep waiting. You think of even more names for the pirates. The Devil's Maw, the Bang Ship, the Knife Gun Blaster. Another minute, please. You're beginning to run out of good ideas. The Edgelord, the Shoop de Loop, the Morbid Creature. Okay, we still need some time. We're almost completely out of ideas. Literally a pirate ship, the Ugly Woman, the Broken Arm. Hold on. The pirates have become very annoyed.
Oh, for Newton's sake, just give us a damn name!
The Happy Fellow, the Really Cool Name, or the E? Well, I gotta go with the E. Alright, enjoy your new ship, the E!
Not only was that the worst name I have ever had the disgrace of hearing, but you physically made my ears bleed just by listening to it. My second mate just went into cardiac arrest and a fire almost started in our engines. It was so bad that I almost actually feel like vomiting right now. Just so tremendously horrible that I could feel a higher power literally die in disgrace that they created a creature as pathetic as you. I have no choice but to arm my weapons and obliterate you horrible mongrels so you cannot pollute and destroy this plane of reality any further.
Should have picked the first idea. I don't know, I like the E. Alright, we do nothing. They've got a bunch of weapons on there, but they also have a medbay we have to deal with. So I think what we're probably going to do is just shoot it. And then go in and kill them. We can hack it again, that worked pretty good last time. He lied, knowingly. Let's put a hack on here, actually. Let's jump into the oxygen, and let's try to actually use the medbay trick like I was trying to the first time. Because if we jump in here, they're going to send their crew to come stop us. We are getting debuffed in some way? Oh, it's a vamp weed, yeah. So we lose max health. That's probably fine. Oh, but the vamp weed does also potentially counteract the oxygen, doesn't it? I can't tell if the room has been drained completely because we have 2 Lanius in there or not. Probably it is, but it's hard to know. Swap positions here. Okay, they did run off. So he's going to try and get in the med bay. This is probably going to hurt. This looks like a 3-shot hull laser, which might be a problem for us. Oh, well, we got lucky. They missed. All right, so this is what we wanted. They're trying to get in here. The second they do... Actually, let's just teleport ourselves back home. Thank you very much. And in the med bay. Ooh, scary. The second they get in there, which actually I think I can do for them by just turning this off briefly. Yeah, let them in. Now we turn it back on. Now we neural crystal the room. And we hack it. Oh, I can't hack it. Oh, it's destroyed. Ah, okay, my mistake. I see my mistake. That's fine. Pirate crew's been killed. This action will have avenged many civilian lives. 1 fuel, 1 missile, 36 scrap. A bunch of damage, which is rude, though. Ow. Alright, let's go fix up those hull, or rather those room points, and we'll be back at it again. The E was very short-lived, it turns out. Really, if they wanted to live longer, they should have thought of a better name. Alright, team. I guess we'll go 1, 2, 3. It's 4 jumps, so we could technically go 1, 2, 3, 4. Have the most money possible by the time we get back there. We'll decide as we jump and see what we get. A pirate ship was lying in wait inside this asteroid field. It immediately moves into attack. Ooh, that's actually pretty nasty. That might be a problem for us. Let's turn and fight them. Alright, because they have a flak weapon and an ion stunner of some kind here while we're in an asteroid belt. If we lose our shield system, we're in trouble. So this might be bad. Thankfully, the asteroids will make the Zoltan shield matter a lot less, but still not make it matter none. Alright, the ions have started hitting us. I think what we're going to do here is we're just going to fire the flak so that we can fire the neural crystal at the weapons immediately. Ooh, they hit our helm. That's really bad. Okay. You need to come over here and help repair that. We're going to teleport in there and start trying to kill them. Because they probably won't be able to out-tank us here. They have someone trying to go into the weapon systems. Let's just go hit that again with a neural crystal. You can get back to the medbay now, Nada. That's a dead ghost, and now if we come in here, the last crew is probably fighting to get in there and won't stop to fight us as we take them out. And, yeah, this is looking good so far. Their weapons are completely disabled, and their final crew is dead. The only good pirate is a dead pirate and a Viking pirate, apparently. And today we made a lot of those. 2 fuel, a drone part, and 35 scrap. Let's get you friends back home. How do you kill ghosts? Aren't they already dead? That's what they want you to think. That's what they want you to think. Alright. We are going to keep moving. There's a distress beacon over there, but I can't realistically go take advantage of that. So I think we're just going to loop up and back to the merchant. With 91 scrap, I'm kind of tempted to spend it on just more survivability upgrades, but we'll hold on to some cash and see what they got. A slaver ship hails you directly, soliciting slaves for fair prices.
Only 35 scrap for a brand new worker. What a steal of a deal. You have to be an idiot not to take this offer while it lasts.
I mean, we'd have to be an idiot to take that offer while it's over. What's that going to do for us? We're going to attack the scum. They're probably going to give us a crew after defeating them without destroying the ship, but they can go sit in the med bay, I guess. Attack the slaver scum. You prepare to attack the slaver, and we do nothing. That's a big, scary-looking missile launcher, but thankfully we've got stuff for that. And I think they also have the clone bay we're going to have to deal with. I think we're going to hack the weapons just to stop them from being able to hit us while we're trying to slow them down. They have a big teleporter, so they may be coming to board us anyway, which is going to make our life a little easier. But in the meantime, we can slow them down. So just keeping an eye on this thing. They are here in the weapons, so let's go ahead and activate the hack. Bring these guys down to weapons. We're going to neural crystal the weapons to hopefully slow them down more. There's a hole there I didn't even notice. I missed the neural crystal, which is pretty sad. The flak doesn't really matter, but I'll throw it in there too. The neural crystal is the most important part of this equation. There we go. And the conservative bomb is the other important part. Hopefully this doesn't fire right away. It did. We took it offline, but not before I could fire once. Well, it hit our engines, which is pretty mean. Let's get Nada in there to repair the damage. Those 2 boarders are dead, but now we have to neural crystal the clone bay. Perfect. Now they cannot rejuvenate their dead crew, so we need to go heal our boarding party and get them over there so they can't do anything about it. We're going to crystal them in the weapons again just to keep hurting this mantis. And once we're back up to full health, we're probably going to teleport into the clone bay to make sure they can't bring it back online. That weapon only does 2 damage, so it doesn't actually matter if it's still online. It can't get through our shields. But we don't want them to be able to fix the clone bay. So let's teleport ourselves in there. Just to make sure it stays dead. This shell instantly exploded, which is pretty nasty of them. And this is maybe going to be a bit of a bigger problem than I expected. They have another Mantis crew that jumped in here too. Thankfully, the lack of oxygen should chase them away when they try and fight us. Let's get Nada back in the med bay before they suffocate for no reason, just like our other additional bonus crew. They've run off, which is not bad. We're gonna take out their oxygen system next. Someone's beeping. And I think it's just Nada jumping up and then back down the health line there. Thankfully, their weapons are completely destroyed now, and the Free Mantis is going to die before they can get out. So these guys can't do anything to us anymore. But it will be a little dangerous for us to fight the remaining crew. So we may need to... Can I get you guys to go in the same door? No, I can't. Really? You want to both shoot different doors? That's... There we go. That seems a little silly. But we can make it work. It's just a little bit harder. Okay. They've come out to try and fight us in here, which should mean they're dead. The shell ran into the oxygen. They have enough health left here that we can afford to hit them for a little bit more damage. The shell kind of can't leave this room, though, without suffocating now. There it goes. Come back! Where are you gonna go? You're stopping in the helm. Alright, well, we have a way to deal with you. I think we're just gonna send our crew home. And they're dead. Who is left? Nobody. We find a number of slaves in the cargo hold. They look at you questioningly, and one asks if they're to be released. You could use more crew, but it won't reflect positively on you for taking slaves like this. Really? Doesn't seem to reflect negatively for doing it in other ways. We got 2 missiles, a drone part, and 27 scrap, but we're just gonna release them all because, like, what? They're just gonna come die in our ship too? None of these are anaerobic crew, so I don't think it's gonna work. We free all of these poor slaves. The slaves are shocked when instead of shuffling them away, you unlock their chains and set them free. Several of them break into tears and others bow down to you. We thank you. We have nothing of worth to offer but our gratitude and 2 fuel and a drone part and 17 scrap. Notoriety decreased in general. There you go. Okay. Well, that went pretty good. We have a lot of money now, which is nice. Let's get back to that merchant and see what else we've got. Realistically, those people are probably just happy we didn't make them come on our ship with no air. Ooh, another Phantom, though. This is a good crew member for us because they're immune to suffocation. Okay, we're gonna hire Varnus. This is exactly what we needed. 24 scrap for another anaerobic crew member. I'm gonna stick you in the engines for now, I think, because being able to dodge things is going to be valuable, and that experience takes a while to build up. So we need to rename Varnus to fit our theme. And it was Niente you wanted, Rose? Another good nothing? No? Niente. Oh, okay. We'll go with that. I've got a whole selection of other nothings that we can put in here with more crew, but we'll hopefully actually have to get some. For now, though, we're gonna jump to... Oh, there's another store there. Right after a store. We have to go to a store. It's fine. We're going to this store because Sylvan has interesting things to sell.
Stranger, sometime I'll have to tell you the stories of my travels. But for now, shall we do business?
Yeah, let's see what he's offering. We could sell him some stuff, but I kind of want to keep all of these. We're gonna need them. We're actually using missiles and drone parts.
Ah, stranger, as a renegade yourself, you surely know just how useful garbage is on your own ship. Yes, I'm selling you garbage. Don't be mad.
What do you mean selling us garbage? This just looks like weapons. Okay, so we have an Old Burst Mark III, 5 shots for 3 power. That's a lot of lasers, but inaccurate. The Old Artemis, which is going to be an inaccurate rocket for 2 damage shots. The Anubis Mine Launcher. What else do we have? A lot of flak. Okay, so the idea here is I think this is just inaccurate weapons. Trash guns, it calls them. But I think they're specifically just inaccurate ones. Another flak 2. A rad flak, 5 radioactive projectiles which do normal hull damage as well as high crew damage and sometimes erode the hull enough to make a breach. Weird. It's a 4-shot flak weapon, but it takes 3 power. And a flak charger. Only takes 3.5 seconds to charge. Goes up to 3 shots. So the idea here is that this is basically just a Flak 2 that you can shoot early if you want. Right? It seems like it's basically the same. This takes 10 seconds to charge. This takes 10.5 seconds to fully charge. They take the same power, the same radius, same damage. You could just shoot this one faster if you want to. The only problem with buying some of these fancier guns up here is they cost a lot of power, and the Anubis 3 fleet delay for 17 missiles is so many missiles. Okay, I can't afford that. I think we're probably just going to buy one of these flak weapons. This one's 55 scrap instead of 70 though, which is pretty cheap. It's a 15 scrap discount for basically half a second longer to total charge time. I'll take it. We are going to need the ability to punch down more of our enemies' defenses, and this seems like a decent way to do it. That said, I probably want the neural crystal at the front here so it doesn't get taken out early. Okay, so if I need to invest in bringing weapons online, it's going to take a while before we can realistically get both flak firing and the neural crystal, because we need 105 scrap to get up to that point, and we still potentially want to spend 120 scrap on the third shield bar, but having firepower might not be a bad option. We'll see. For now, we'll hold on to it. Is there anything else we want to sell? No, nothing we want to sell. All right. In that case, let's jump to the other store before we spend all our money. Do you have anything interesting, or are you going to fight us? Pirates nowadays are just commonplace. Hell, if there wasn't a pirate here, you'd have been more surprised. Looks like the station here is a market of sorts, and they're open to trading with anyone. Well, we can trade with them, or we can murder them. We have been doing a lot of pirate murder lately, and some more pirate murder sure would be nice. They have a mind control, clone bay, and 3 shield bars. Let's just hail them and see what they do. If they offer us to sell, then fair enough.
Ugh, feds. You weren't here to arrest us, are you?
When you shake your head, the pirates relax and show us where they're keeping various crates of resources. Apparently they won't let us trade until we've bought one. Well, I don't really have the money to waste on some extremely poor cost resources. So let's buy nothing and see if they attack us. No, they just don't do anything. Okay, that's fine. I need the money. I can't afford to spend a 20 scrap tax just on getting to see their inventory. Let's go check out the distress beacon. An automated ship emitting this distress beacon signal is looping a message in a calming female voice. This automated vessel has received critical hull damage. It has been programmed to give a reward to anyone who repairs it. Why not? Let's see what happens if we help repair them. What's the reward? A long bent arm comes out of the autoship and collects the scrap. You watch in fascination as it patches itself back together. Nearly a second after the autoship finished repairing itself, the autoship detects you as an enemy and attacks. Yeah, alright. That's on me. I should have seen that coming. They mind-controlled our pilot, though, which is pretty annoying, because these guys do system damage really fast, and they cloaked, so I can't even mind-control it out. I guess we send Niente up there to try and defend it from being instantly destroyed. There we go. We can go board them and just destroy their systems, though, because they don't have any kind of anti-border defenses. So if we jump over here, we can kind of just shoot this thing to death, and they can't do anything about it. And I will shoot them once in the mind control to end it early. There we go. You can go back down to your station, and our Lanius will finish destroying their guns. Fantastic. Let's hit a neural crystal in the helm, I guess. Just to make sure they don't decide they want to run away. And let's... I guess I could walk over there and start destroying that, but with only one size room, it's going to take a long time. I guess what we do here is we just teleport our people back out once they decloak. And we can use our flak gun. There we go. Flak gun again. And that is a dead auto scout. We just paid 17 scrap for the rights to blow it up again. It's hard to make out the shape of what was once the auto ship from the remains of our destruction. We like it better this way. 2 fuel, 1 missile, and 27 scrap. That's pretty funny. I kind of assumed it was going to go badly, because all the auto ships are rebel-based. But it said it was going to offer us a reward. Who knows? It might have done something interesting. Now, how many jumps do we have left? We have 5. If we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that'll basically take us to the end, which is nice. I'm a little tempted to try and save up for this, but we have the flak weapons, so at least getting another bar here means I can choose to turn the neural crystal off to turn the other flak on. And that might be something we want to do later. Even if we don't necessarily want to bring it all the way online yet. We've arrived at a seemingly ordinary beacon, but scans show a slip tunnel opening. Someone with a multiverse drive is jumping in nearby.
Stop right there, Federation vessel. We claim this beacon for our own, and you're in our territory. You'll have to give us tribute if you want to pass.
No thanks. You aren't paying these guys anything. Let's prepare for a battle. They don't have a med bay, so that's good. They do have a cloak and a bunch of guns, which is maybe bad. They have a nasty-looking combat drone. I don't know what that thing is, but I don't like it. And I don't know what that thing is either, but I don't like it either. So we're probably gonna have to let them shoot us for a bit. Oh, that thing's fast. This is maybe gonna hurt a lot. Yeah, that's a 2-shot ion thing. We are maybe in trouble. Let's... What do we even want to hack here? Probably weapons to slow them down? If I hack weapons and I teleport into the helm, though, they're not going to be able to come fight me for a while, which is maybe not what I want either. And the neural crystal, which we want to shoot here, would block them from getting in. Maybe we go to doors? I don't want to be gone on their ship when they can potentially lock us there. With the cloak is the problem. So maybe what we do here is we hack the weapons to slow down the rate at which they can murder us, because oh boy, we are going to take some damage here. Oh wow, incredible misses. We are going to teleport into their doors. They don't have a med bay, so any damage we do is permanent. That is a regular mantis, which is a little scary. But let's jump into here. He wants to get out, that's fine. We're gonna neural crystal him. They just exploded a shell at us, but that doesn't really do very much. And we're going to immediately hack this so those weapons don't fire. That person runs off. Okay, we're going to neural crystal them in the weapons again. Not enough to take down another level yet, but we can conservative bomb in there, which might be fast enough. Almost. That one laser did fire, but those two are still going to go off normally. Someone keeps running in here and then changing their mind, but now the doors are broken, so we can get out and chase them down. So if we come in here, we can fight this shell. Perfect. This mantis might be a bit of an issue now, but because of the hacking, it's slow for them to do anything about it. There's also a crew up in there, so we could try and hit that one as well to stop them from being able to do anything more quickly here. But if I turn off the hack, they're definitely gonna both get in the room, and I don't know if we have the health to survive that. They are no longer really a big threat, but this drone can still do some damage because they are very fast to fire. I'm hoping this guy breaks the door down before this door breaks, so I can lock them separated like this. Well, almost worked. He decided to leave because his health was too low. Okay. In that case, let's just conservative bomb him to death, I guess. Oh, the med bay broke. That's pretty bad. Our crew is suffocating to death quite quickly now. I think we're going to conservative bomb drone control just so they can't just freely blow us up anymore. There we go. Now they can't hurt us at all. Probably should have done that a little bit sooner. Let's go ahead and take their oxygen out while we're chilling here and neural crystal this poor mantis to death. Oh, perfect dodge timing there. That's annoying. All right, oxygen is destroyed. We can come in here freely, so we can just kill that guy. And what's in here? It is a regular human. Oh, all right. Well, we should be able to kill him with no risk now because everything else here is destroyed. Not my smoothest victory, but we got there in the end. We've sent another crew of renegades to the great multiverse in the sky. We hope this doesn't end up being us someday down the line instead. Missile, drone part, 35 scrap, we'll take it. No cool reward though. These aren't one of the ones that have a special gun or anything. That's too bad. Okay, I think I'm gonna invest in the bigger medbay now. After all this, the main reason being that we might want to be able to upgrade our ghosts and our Lanius because, wrong menu, this menu, we want to install the onboard lab for free with the upgraded medbay. And now, what are our Lanius options? We get one of these primary upgrades. So either we can drain oxygen at double speed, but movement speed is halved. That's actually kind of cool. Being able to drain the oxygen that fast would make it much more valuable in fights, but being slow will make it hard to run around if we need to, like, dodge an unfortunate death so far. So far, no oxygen is working fine, Cerebral. We've had a couple, at least one crew die because I forgot to move them back to the med bay, but otherwise, we're doing okay so far. Selective metalworking is additional repair and sabotage speed, but less combat damage. That's not going to work. We need the combat damage. And the third one, experimental alloy, plus 35% max health, but quartered oxygen drain. Oh, no, absolutely not. So realistically, the only one of these that's any good for us is rusting. We can't afford it right now, but that double oxygen drain seems like it could be pretty fun. So we'll probably try for that. What do the ghost abilities do? I don't know if I've actually looked at these either. Denser molecules just gives them more max health, bumps them back up to 100. Okay. Chemical proliferation means they heal from fires. That's interesting. I don't know if I like it very much, but it's interesting. Aerodynamic gases mean they're very fast, but get slower system damage. That's actually probably a benefit for us. We don't want them to be sabotaging systems because we're sending our Lanius to board. These guys are on our ship, so if they get mind controlled, they kill our stuff too quickly. So let's actually take this one. 5 fuel's a little expensive, but double movement speed means we can run around on our own ship without accidentally blowing it up. So that seems like a good choice. Before I hit the button though, what are these other ones? Vagabond Stabilizer, they no longer activate periodically for all the different kinds of weird ghosts. And what's the last option here? Phantoms gain a crew ability that allows them to temporarily ignore enemy crew to focus on ship repairs or system sabotaging. Oh, interesting. So that basically makes them... Hold on a second. Do we have Phantoms? Is that what these guys are? Yeah. Ugh. Okay, so now I see why you might want the super speed disabling, because you can make them immune so they can blow up systems even though enemies are there. What's your thought there, Cerebral? Because that does make sense. I don't know which one of these you'd want if you were going to do that. Chemical proliferation with the fires doesn't really make a difference. Denser molecules just makes them a bit hardier. That's really expensive, though. 50 scrap and 3 missiles for that one? Whew. Crazy. Ghosts can go through walls already, though, so I guess that is pretty interesting, because you basically can't stop them in that case. They can go wherever they want. chemical proliferation ghosts become nigh impossible to get pushed out once a room starts burning. Yeah, I can see that, but we don't have anything that actually starts fires. I do think it would be fun to have chemical proliferation and fire weapons, because you could just, like, set a room on fire and then go destroy it and run around wherever you want. But, without the ability to reasonably start fires, I don't know if it's going to be what we need. I think I'm going to save up for rusting, though, right now, because this one, I think, is the most immediately beneficial to our plans. It'll help us fight off the nasty boarding parties, or rather, nasty enemy ship crews, quicker. So, we'll need a bit more money for that one. I'd like to get the growing fast ghosts to make them less likely to blow us up, but we'll get to that later. Yeah, good strat to try another one if we don't want to wait for now. It does seem like it'd be a fun option, but probably not right now. Another store? No! Okay, maybe we go this way then. We go task 1, 2, 3, 4, because I have no money. I can't afford to keep going to stores. I'm kind of surprised how many stores there are in the pirate sector. I kind of assumed it was going to be a little bit less friendly like that. Let's jump to the task, though, and see if we can survive this. Whatever assassins come to kill this person. It appears Kira's warning was right. The marketplace we were supposed to meet the buyer has already been destroyed, and a rebel elite is now scouring the remains. If you want to find the photograph, you'll have to take down the elite first. It is a Vulcan on there. Let's engage the elite. We arm weapons and prepare to fight the rebels. Okay, they've got a pretty nasty setup there. Fire beam, multi-shot beam, Vulcan. I think then we are probably going to go for hacking on the weapons again, because the longer we can keep the Vulcan on the full slow stage, the better. And once it's hacked, it'll be harder for them to deal with it. Once we can break the med bay, we can afford to go in there and board them. They don't actually have a boarding setup, though. And I can't tell if they have a repair drone or not. They have at least one, so they could have more. I'd really love to get a sensor system. It would be very nice to be able to see a little better before jumping into enemy territory like this. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to hit the first hack. We're going to teleport into the oxygen. We are going to neural crystal the weapons. There we go. That takes out the faster firing of the immediate problems. This guy is already struggling, which we love to see. Once he runs, we're going to conservative bomb the med bay now. Oh, he actually ran straight past it. Interesting. All right, well, we're going to relocate into here now because we do not want them to be able to deal with this. We're going to neural crystal this again, which might swap the weapons. No, it did not. But now that they can't heal or stand in here, that should give us the advantage against the remaining crew. The Vulcan is speeding up, which is a bit of a problem. We'll give him one more neural crystal, which might be enough to push it offline. Yes, it is. All right, back into their med bay. This guy is still going to be trying to fight his way into weapons, so if we bring some crew in, we can stop them, and we'll do one more conservative bomb to mess up this poor soul. There's actually two guys trying to get in there. All right, well, that's fine. They're going to start suffocating soon, and the door is still locked, so what are you going to do about that? All of their weapons are now offline, and this guy's running away, but that will not save him. The rebel ship's been defeated. After scrapping the remains, we search the marketplace and find the original meeting spot where we grab the pictures. 3 fuel, missile, 34 scrap, and Cura.
Curious. Mr. Wentworth goes through so much trouble to hide such mundane archives. Curious. So curious. Submit the photos to me at once, Renegade. My analysis of them should be simple enough. Would you allow me to air my thoughts as I look this over? Or do you have other matters to attend to?
Well, listen, what do you think about these?
Elena Wentworth. Her husband was a deadbeat, an alcoholic. Impregnated her with one Jerome Wentworth, then ran off, never to be seen again. After that, she returned to her maiden name. She died shortly after her child's birth, lynched by rebel supporters when she backed the Federation instead. Mr. Wentworth then adopted her child as his own. Tragic story, I assume. I can't feel sadness anymore. I removed that from my programming. Does it bring a tear to your eye, Renegade? Of course not. You don't have emotions either.
Okay, actually, don't know who that is, but that's fine.
I am an AI of my ever-scrupulous word. For now, at least, do ensure you do not disappoint me in the future. There is no shortage of ways I can dispose of you if you disappoint me, Renegade.
2 fuel, 1 drone part, 33 scrap. I assume that's meant to be the rebel leader's mother, but I don't know that for sure. Alright team, back over here. We got 2 max combat, 1 max combat skill, Lanius. One of them is just getting there. Okay. Poor human in here, just suffocating constantly. What am I doing now? We have 83 scrap, so if I want to buy one of these onboard lab upgrades, we can. 35% max health is interesting, but I don't know why it's listed as percent, because Lanius just have 100 health. So it's just plus 35 health. I don't get it. I don't get it. I am gonna buy the You Suffocate Extra Fast upgrade, though, just to see how it goes, because it seems like it would be fun. Onboard lab, Lanius rusting. Might be a problem making us slow, but we'll deal with it. I want to experiment with one of these. So, now we have 58 scrap left to spend. Is there anything else we want to buy immediately? The level 2 teleporter is pretty good for my purposes. The level 1 hacking could be nicer if it was an upgrade. The 3 extra seconds is pretty good. But I think, honestly, I want to save up for more shields. And to potentially buy a sensor system if we find one. So, maybe I should go to the store, but I'm not going to. We're going to the Distress Beacon and we'll fight whoever's there. The origin of the distress call is a small vampweed shuttle being chased by a slaver. They don't have any means to defend themselves. Many, not any, but whatever. Attack the slaver. The slaver switches targets the moment you draw near.
Another juicy target. So be it.
They got big doors on there. I guess that makes sense. You want your slavers don't want people running around their ships. So they're probably going to come board us, which they are going to regret immediately. Where are they? They're going to weapons, it looks like. Oh, I forgot we're so slow! Okay, that's... that is a bit of a problem. Running around on our ship is inconvenient now. Let's pop them into weapons, though. Oh, that's a lot of borders. Okay, well, that's fine for now, but we'll see for how long. Okay, they bailed. Interesting. So, on its own, 1 weapon here is actually fine. I should probably get ourselves back to... No, not you. Back to the med bay. Very slowly back to the med bay. We need to take the med bay out. Ooh, 1 shot actually did the job. Nice. Because once we can board, we should be able to deal with them a little easier. So let's get our crew in there. As long as they only have the 1 weapon up, it doesn't actually matter. They're attacking our weapons. They actually came back. That's rude. Get off my ship. How fast is their teleporter? Wow. Must be really fast. Get off my ship. I think at this point, what's going to be the next most valuable thing for us to hit on their ship? Because the neural crystal can just kind of do whatever we want. So there is still people trying to get in that room. So let's pop it with a conservative bomb. You need to run back to the med bay. You also probably should run back to the med bay. Conservative bomb doesn't quite take those guys out, but the neural crystal damage should if we hit it. Yes, okay. Now we're gonna teleport in to the doors, because they can't heal anymore. So we should be able to take out the remaining crew without too much difficulty. They actually tried to lock us in a room. Hey, there you go. Well, they brought their weapons back online, so let's say no thank you to that. That crystal crew is now also dead, which is lovely. They did get their medbay back, which we do not like. So let's burn that thing. The crew does not have enough health to handle that, and they also don't have the ability to really stop us anymore. If we go down here, are they going to follow us down? Yes, they will. So that'll let us... Whoa, this guy's freaking out. I guess the NG there went into nanite mode, and the game did not like that. Alright, let's get you two up in here. The fire might be a bit of a problem. Let's swap you two so the one who's taking the most damage isn't there. Ooh. I may have overestimated our ability to fight these guys just yet. We're going to teleport you back home. We're going to neural crystal this guy. Someone just ran away, which is not what I wanted before I was able to lock them in the burning, oxygenless room. But they also have their weapons back online. Stop that. There's one crew person left who is actually potentially a problem for us. But I don't know where they've all gone, so we should be able to board them again and take them out without them being able to stop us. Oh, nope, they're dead. Once the fighting stops, our attention is brought to the ship's brig. A vampweed asks to go back. We got 2 missiles, 1 drone part, and 35 scrap. If we bring them back to their ship...
We thought since it looked like a mantis ship, they might be friendly. Nope. Pirate ship. Thanks for rescuing our crew member. We won't forget this.
16 scrap, and we didn't have to take another crew who could die. Although I think vampweeds would actually probably be fine. We've done a good deed here in the eye of the Confederacy. There you go. Okay, let's go quickly repair this, because we do want this door system working. Not that it really matters, but having doors is probably nicer than not having doors. Nil back to the helm, Niente back to the engines. Okay, we got a good pile of money here, probably enough to save up for those shields soon, but let's jump out this way and then to the exit. A strange vessel approaches. A digital message appears on your view screen. This is an automated merchant. Refill this vessel with fuel and it will supply you with drones. Absolutely not, we're blowing you up. We prepare for combat. Oh, it's all segregated rooms, that's weird. It actually doesn't even have weapons. Okay, well, we can deal with that, right? We just teleport in here? What are they gonna do about it? I think the short answer is nothing. So, yeah. We could neural crystal down their drone control once we take out one of these bars, so that we don't have to worry about this guy shooting us constantly. Okay, something bad's going on there. Get out. Ah, they have an emancipation grid. Okay. All crew and drones will lose 4 health per second for every door level they have. I was thinking the emancipation grid actually just stopped us from moving through doors, but that's not what it does on board this ship. Good to know. Almost was bad, but thankfully we're fine. Alright, doors are broken, so now the emancipation grid is off, and we should no longer bleed to death just trying to sit in their ship. So let's get back in there and finish taking out their systems. Because now we should be able to do it safely. They will be repairing them automatically, so at some point we're going to have to bail out of there. But we can probably destroy the rest of their shields before that becomes an issue. Because yeah, now we're not taking damage automatically anymore, so that's great. Once this is fully down, we can start flacking them as well. Hey, there's our level up on the melee ability. We love to see that too. Okay, that should be the final bar. Great. You guys can get out of there now, because we're going to start blowing this ship up. Good try, auto support. Destroying auto ships is one of the few things we'll miss when the Rebellion is gone. 1 fuel, 2 missiles, 30 scrap. That's a nice reward. We will take it and spend it immediately on more shield barrier levels. Words are hard sometimes. Exit beacon it is. Let's go. Alright. We've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, we can jump to the next sector. Let's explore. It's free. Whoa, that's a fun-looking one. A critically damaged civilian carry ship is nearby. Scans show their life support is beyond non-functional, and they won't live long. I have bad news for you guys. Let's dock with the ship and save as many of the crew as we can. In our ship with no life support system, right? It's probably going to kill some people, or do hull damage to us rather. But let's do it anyway. We board the ship to find a gang of pirates on board. They must have killed the civilians and accidentally destroyed the reactor. Oh no! Intruders? On our ship without air? Oh, they have a wraith too. What do you know? That's actually maybe a bit of a problem for us. Let's get some crew back over here to help then. Because when they're lower health, they start stunning people. So as long as I don't start by killing them, we should be able to get our team over there without accidentally getting stunned, but I am taking a fair bit of damage here, so that's not convenient. Thankfully, since this isn't actually a fight, we don't have to worry too much about this part of the battle, because whether or not they do damage to our weapons is kind of irrelevant. Unless they can actually destroy them all the way, it's not going to realistically change anything. However, the ion stun here might be a problem if I let us get too low, so we're going to have to be careful about that. I think at this point we're going to dip out and replace them with 2 full health crew, so we're unlikely to really take any negative effects from fighting this guy, because his health is not going to last. Cool, I don't think he ever actually used that ability. We will take it. Back to full health. Let's get the team back to positions. I need to reset my Lanius positions. I guess I'll just set them in the teleporter because that's where they've always been going. Okay, not much of a reward from that, but we didn't take any actual damage either, so that is fine. Let's get out of here. Next sector, the Republican frontier with another sail. I think we've been here before. Let's go check it out, though. We've entered hyperspeed, and we can check our Cura tasks. What have you got for us, Cura? The First Crush Testimonial.
In words I believe you should understand, I have identified the person for whom, in adolescent years, Mr. Wentworth harbored a crush upon. I desire a testimonial from her. Please interview her for me.
Requirements. Interview Miss Perez about Mr. Wentworth. Do not kill her. I know how you renegades are. Be sure you know what questions to ask her. Okay, what's the intermediate task? Survivor testimonial.
I've tracked down the location of one of the Federation Mantis War veterans who survived capture and interrogation within a camp run by Mr. Wentworth. Though he is missing his right claw, Tarkipet may prove a valuable source of information. Please find and interview him. Interview Tarkipet about Mr. Wentworth. Do not kill him. I know how you renegades are.
Be sure you know what questions to ask him. Prepare to force compliance. And what's the third option? Artifact name Cruiser. Oh! Mr. Wentworth used to fly his own personal Hephaestus Cruiser, given to him by current Hephaestus CEO Hideo Tanaka's father as a gift between families. Now, with bigger ships to fly in Universe 1, the cruiser's wreck remains abandoned in an old dilapidated Hephaestus shipyard nearby, infested with repugnant ghosts. I mean, I have 2 repugnant ghosts, that's kind of rude. I cannot approach to scan the ship myself just yet. Please clear out the vagabond infestation. Requirements: secure the shipyard. No, there will be no blueprints for you. Rude, that's what I wanted. Recommendations: be prepared to crush any defense the ghosts may employ. That'll get us high scrap and resources and a lightweight emancipation grid. That one might actually be surprisingly relevant. we have a non-oxygen-based team. Honestly, ghosts are, like, pretty bad for us to be fighting, but it's not terrible, right? Like, this one might be one we could actually accomplish from the hard set. I feel like a lot of the time we look at the hard ones and there's some kind of requirement element in them that makes me doubtful that we can actually succeed in clearing them, but this one might be different. This one might be different. The other options aren't that exciting to me, right? Because, like, okay, if we go to the... if we go to the two that are interviews, that's... It specifically said we won't get a new ship, Allie. If it was a new ship, it wouldn't even be a question. We would absolutely be doing this one. I assume that if we try and get there, we'll have to deal with ghosts, but I think it'll be fine. We have ghosts. We're probably pretty good at this. Let's accept this job. Maybe the ghosts will even cooperate. We have 2 on board. They've given us the coordinates. Let's do our fuel conserver. We got 5 fuel! Ooh! We take those. Let's proceed to the leech sector. Don't expect your largest threat here to be the leeches themselves. They're kind of mostly stayed neutral toward the Federation. The risk lies between the Inquisition and the Coalition forces allied with the Republic. Be careful with whom you confide in here, and try not to take too much advantage of the downtrodden citizens. At the bottom of your atlas, you notice a small H logo. A sponsorship? It reads, "Come visit the local Hector Industries marketplaces." Huh. Well, we're not doing uwu points again. Oh, never mind. Before you can finish exiting hyperspeed, you're greeted by an unusual advertisement.
Greetings, valued Hector customer. This is Billy Hector, CEO of the Hector Corporation, speaking to you. As part of our new customer loyalty program, I'm proud to introduce our new unwavering wage utility points. Each time you visit a Hector brand store, our friendly customer service vessels will add an extra uwu point to your account. Collect enough and you'll be able to enter our reward program. Happy shopping!
The advertisement concludes and a cheerful jingle plays over your computer, followed by the model, "Satisfaction guaranteed, because you aren't getting your money back." Yeah, I don't think we're going there. The entry to this sector alone is littered with junk barely suitable for a flat cannon in all directions. You've heard stories of the state of utter disrepair that these sectors are in, but this still comes as a shock. What else could await you here? Leech security in recent times has gotten more and more lax, so busy handling the threat of Alcrum's revolution, the Republic can barely react to foreign intruders. This is good news for you. You should be able to get by without being bothered. Well, let's contact the guard. What have you got for us? The leech ship ignores you entirely. They're either napping or just don't care. Alright, I don't really want to fight them. They got some nasty looking flaks and missiles and things, so we'll ignore the guard. Let's do our salvage mission. A small supply cache has been embedded into a small asteroid nearby. You'd have gone right past it if not for a small indiscernible short-range signal broadcasting from within. Let's open it up. Oh, cool. We find 1 fuel and 2 missiles. What a great reward. Alright. We've got a bunch of Hector stores. This is not a great sector for taking advantage of all the extra jumps you get from a nebula. We're probably going to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Yeah, it's not great. If we have enough money, we might go to some of these Hector stores, but we'll see. I have no money now, so it makes it easy to decide the first step. It sure seems as if nearly every government nowadays is in the midst of rebellion, including the leeches. A revolutionary vessel, dangerous low on fuel, decides to attack us for all that we've got. Well, that's a mistake. They're going to be trying to board us, and unfortunately for them, we still have no air, so good luck. Alright, let's kill this guy. A vampweed decided to come say hello. I'm going to neural crystal their weapons. Oh, I can't! Oh, mean. They have just enough shields that we can't punch through there directly. Alright, well, let's hack the weapons then for now. There's no one in there. What do you know? Alright, let's go ahead and activate the hack. In the meantime, let's flak in the direction of shields. They're 1 point of damage. Let's fire a bomb in there just to make sure they don't get it up too fast. They have no med bay, so we can board them freely, which we will do. Let's board their oxygen. They have no one in weapons, which is also good to know, because now we can start neural crystalling that, so they can't bring all their weapons online. They did get a point of damage in, but they should no longer be a threat now that we've done the damage, and they can't get defenders in there. It looks like they might actually only have 1 crew left. Oh no, they had a leech hiding. He's trying to get into the weapons. Okay. Well, that's fine. Let's just go ahead and neural crystal that a second time so they don't change their mind and actually try and go in there. He's dead. Another leech. Where are all these leeches coming from? They didn't care about us when we were fighting, but now they do. Okay, problem solved. The scene left from the massacre here is far from a pretty one. The diced up bits of leech flesh left... Ooh, that sentence surprisingly hard. The diced up bits of leech flesh let off a repugnant odor so foul you almost consider leaving the wreck behind entirely. Almost. 3 fuel, 1 drone part, 42 scrap. We'll take them. And back home we go. Alright, we're starting to get 3 shield ships, which means our neural crystal is maybe not going to cut it on its own anymore. I might need to invest in that other weapon system point, but we're also going to need to be investing in power soon to actually run all these things. Let's grab it just in case we need it and put some power back into our survivability systems. What have we got here? It appears you're receiving a long-range transmission with Zoltan encoding marked as urgent. To the Zoltan, all matters are urgent, but it still might require your attention. Let's listen.
Before the time of the current president, Tirdeo, the Irrigan President Uertis led an unsuccessful invasion against Zoltan space. His leadership was cut short when his soon-to-be successor, Erke, led a siege on Uertis's palace and hacked him into tiny bits, which were embalmed and kept as trophies.
Cool. That's a lot of proper nouns. Cool history lesson. Why are you telling us this?
Have patience. The Ministry was satisfied with Erke's appointment, but to prevent future attacks, it was agreed upon that the Ministry may install up to 3 embassies within Leech territory that would also serve to ensure further incidents would not occur. This has been upheld by all subsequent Leech presidents until now. Under Terdeo's leadership, it seems he has become so overwhelmed with the current revolution, he has turned ignorant to the effects of the Inquisition and furthermore the Coalition being allowed in his territory.
Please, just get to the point.
We are nearly there. As the Ministry supports the Federation, it is within the Coalition's best interest to prevent Federation and therefore also Ministry intervention in conflicts involving them. They appear to be afraid to take direct action, however, and thus have hired the Tikaka Slaver clan to enslave our delegates and ship them off to other stretches of the galaxy. As a Federation ship, we request that you travel to these coordinates and put an end to this.
The Zoltan hang up without so much as a please or thank you. Cool lore dump, bro. Alright. It's right next to us, so I guess we're going through that store with no money. Quest beacon, please. As warned, a band of Tikaka pirates have taken control of the embassy at the given coordinates and are rounding up the Zoltan officials and taking inventory. You could buy one. That's so rude. Alright, let's intervene. You've seen enough. Time to put a stop to this. Alright, do nothing. They are boarding us. Where are they? They're in the helm. I don't love that. Let's get you over here to help. It looks like they only sent 1 crew, so a second person should basically do the job. I can cycle them out and prevent our captain from getting murdered. They do have a big medbay and a pretty big laser salvo potentially incoming, but if the medbay is small, it is not, then it shouldn't be too hard to take them out there. Let's see, how do I want to deal with this? That's 1 dead crew already, which is great. 1 more shot here with the neural crystal is probably fine. This thing is almost ready. I am going to hack it. It might take a little too long. I think I waited just a second too long to stop this first salvo. Yeah, that might hurt. We're going to teleport our crew into their oxygen now. They do have a bunch of mantis, so this is probably not going to go great for us. Doors don't matter here, though. Let's send Niente back to engines. That's Nil. Nil goes here. Niente goes back to engines. Someone's teleporting somewhere. They just teleported a Separatist NG and, oh, a bunch of people into our weapon system. Don't love that for us. Let's get some more crew in there. Whoa, you're dying real fast. Okay, you can get out. We are going to... I guess we'll just hack this now. It's not super good timing. They just fired this one. I was too distracted. Let's fire a conservative bomb over here and neural crystal the medbay so they still can't go in. They did get someone in there. Let's go ahead and activate the hack so we don't lose too much more here. You are getting cooked, so you're gonna have to run. You can also run back to the medbay. We are gonna start losing power here, but the extra barrier points should give us a bit more buffer zone to deal with this. We are taking a lot of damage from that buffed mantis pheromones, though. We may have to jump out first. We don't want to let him repair this either, so let's shoot him with a neural crystal. Yeah, we're taking a lot of damage in there fast. Time to leave. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to destroy the oxygen before we left, but we can deal with that. You can get back over here. They are taking out our weapons slowly, but that's also kind of fine right now because their weapons are completely useless. So as long as we don't let them back in here while the medbay is still viable, that won't be a problem. Let's bump an extra power bar into this so we can heal faster. Neural crystal in the medbay. Nice. And just for fun, there's probably some people in there. Conservative bomb in the medbay. There, one more dead. Okay. Lanius back over here. This guy is trying to repair the damage before he suffocates. That's probably fine for him to try and do. It sounds like they just teleported people out. Yeah, alright, you can go fix the weapons then. The neural crystal is really the only one we wanted. Oh yeah, we're eating a lot of metal this run. We're going to teleport ourselves into their oxygen again, I guess? It doesn't actually matter at this point. That one's suffocated, and this should be their last two crew members, and they're on the run. Oh no, there was another one over there. Oh hey. Okay, now the oxygen system is destroyed. These guys are in trouble. Unfortunately for us, the doors are really strong, so it's going to be hard for us to get over there. Someone want to come deal with us? Because I can't leave. Okay, good. They got off the door system, so I can actually get out the room now. There we go. And, oh, nope. Come on. Come die. It's okay. Okay, there's one. Where's the last guy? There he is. Stand still. And dead. Is that all of them? No. Someone is still alive somewhere. Where are you? Where's the last dude? Okay, it must be someone who's immune to suffocation. Are they trying to bust in here? No. Let's neural crystal the doors.
Look, no one likes Zoltans anyway. Let us go and you can have one, free of charge.
No, we're killing you and taking them back home like they asked. Where is the last person? Not there, not there. Aha! They're trying to get in the doors. Well. Where are you going? There's no air left on this ship, friend. No, really, where are you going? Okay, there he is, dead. The slavers are no more. Good riddance. 2 fuel, 2 missiles, and 38 scrap. The Zoltan are shaken, but alright, despite the fact that there is no oxygen on this ship. Not long after, a Zoltan war vessel armed to the teeth jumps in, and you recognize the voice as the same one from earlier. The Zoltan introduce themselves with a brief.
We'll take it from here.
Then begin reorganizing the embassy. Again, you receive no thanks, but you do at least talk them into giving you a reward. 2 missiles, a drone part, 26 scrap. Well, it's fine. More notoriety decreased. Not really a very good reward, but it's fine. Alright, Nada, get you back over there. Okay, well, our systems are a little broken, but we can use the money we just bought to buy at least 2 more power bars, and that will help. Okay, get you back in the engines there, Niente, and we will keep rolling. Unfortunately, I kind of have to go through this shop. I mean, I don't have to. I can go back to the empty beacon, but there's no benefit to not going there either, is there really? We have nothing to sell, no money to buy anything with. It just doesn't do anything for us. I kind of want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that's pretty bad too. That means we have exactly the wrong number of jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5, 6, 7. Well, we might get an extra jump by going through these nebula beacons first, but they're only going through 2 of them, I think, because that's not a nebula beacon. Well, if we go this way, it will count as a nebula beacon. It'll give us a free jump. We could do something on board the ship, but we've already done most of the things that would be meaningful. We can't afford to do the repairs right now, so we'll do nothing here. We'll jump to the next beacon. We have the fuel to spend. An ancient leech structure blankets this beacon in shadow when you arrive. Such ruins aren't uncommon in these parts, but the swarm of vessels darting in and out of it is. Let's move to investigate. Before you can even find an entrance, someone aboard the structure hails you.
Attention, Federation vessel! This archaeological site is closed to non-authorized personnel. Unauthorized entry will be its own punishment.
What is this place?
This site was an FTL relay dating back to our Republic's glory days. As far as we can tell, it's basically a railgun, launching ships up to relativistic speeds to reduce the strain on their FTL drives. But after eons of drifting, it's pointed directly into the surface of a moon a few light years away.
That seems bad. It's basically a Mass Effect relay, I guess? Seems like it. I don't know if we want to go inside a cannon that is pointing at the moon. Right? Like, you could do it. Yes, exactly, Ginger. You can't just shoot a hole directly into the surface of a moon. Fires the extremely BFG with the Doom Slayer inside. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna get out of trying to go in there. I'm going to talk to them and see what they say. Ask to be let inside.
I'm not entirely clear on why you'd still want to come in. The only things to do here are dig out old sections of the relay or destroy your own ship. Either way, this area is restricted, so I'm gonna have to ask that you leave.
Do we think there's any benefit in trying to do leech archaeology? I don't know if there is. Cause like, what are we gonna get? I don't know. Some old centuries old junk. Let's just leave them alone. I don't think it's. It could, if it takes time to dig, that could make up for the extra jump we were gonna lose. Yeah, let's try it. You know what? I've never seen this one. Let's offer to help dig.
Well now, a renegade that doesn't just have a death wish? Must be my lucky day. The main launch bay's cleared, but we're still trying to dig out all the power systems. It's a damn labyrinth in there. There's hardly enough room to move through areas we've cleared, let alone dig out more.
Let's send in a team of crew to assist and see if anything bad happens. You send your crew in, and for a while, it seems like nothing you do will move the rubble. However, just before you're about to leave, one of your crew manages to unblock a hallway, narrowly avoiding being crushed by the resulting avalanche of rubble. Satisfied, not wanting to push your luck, you collect your payment from the station's management, then set off. 3 fuel, 1 drone part, 18 scrap. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get the chance to use our ghost crew. Like, what do you mean? These guys walk through doors. If you've got blocked rubble in the way, I can just go in and see what the rooms have, but it didn't seem like there was an option for it, so that's kind of sad. But I'll take a little bit of resources. That's still perfectly fine. Not that exciting, but perfectly fine. All right, 2 distress beacons. We could actually go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty good. All right, let's check out this distress beacon. What have you got? Getting a little low on health, but so far so good. A small Republic colony is sending out a distress signal.
Something awful is happening. People are going to sleep and just not waking up. Even the clone bay doesn't fix it. If you have any medical know-how, please help us out.
The answer is no. Don't approach the colony. Cool. You'll love to see it. I guess our level 2 medbay is not enough medical know-how. It's a good question, Ginger. The burrowing leeches is another kind of digging one that would make sense, especially since this is a leech sector. Well, we can't do anything here. We could try and do a bit of hull repair, but I kind of want to use this for more power, so I'm not going to. Let's jump to this distress beacon. What have you got to say? Through the asteroid field here, you're surprised to find a Federation vessel covered in heavy graffiti. They hail.
A band of pesky teenage leech delinquents came by, drew all kinds of nasty things on our ship, stole our cargo, called me some horrid name. It sounded like they said boomer, whatever that means. Could you be a pal and go get back our cargo?
Sure. You follow the Federation ship's directions, the Fed ship's directions, until you find a small leech shuttle with 3 or so leeches inside. As soon as you approach, they start laughing at you and shouting various uncreative insults. Send a little warning shot to scare them. You lock the weapons onto the passing asteroids near the shuttle. The explosion doesn't seem to frighten the adolescents, but rather seems to egg them on.
Hey, old man, keep that up and I'm gonna call my dad on you.
What a weird thing to say. Okay, so do we think shooting more is a good thing, or just demanding they give us the cargo? I feel like if we demand they give us the cargo, it's not going to do anything. Like, really? They don't seem to care. If we fire another warning shot, I assume we're gonna have to fight a ship that they summon to give us a hard time, right? It's the, like, I'm gonna call my dad on you, here's my dad. And that's fine by me. Let's fire another warning shot.
Hey, I said not to do that! Alright, now you're in for it!
You detect a distress signal being broadcast from the shuttle, and moments later, an Ampere ship jumps in.
You've been touching my son. I'm going to carve out your skull and use it to drink my regurgitated bile.
Nice. That's a lot of shields on that ship. That's a problem for us. Alright, they got big guns, and at least a lot of them. 2 bombs, it looks like. 2 little lasers and a something. But the 4 shields is a problem. The hacking might also be bad. These all suck. Let's fight. Okay, so the boarding doesn't matter at all, but this is a lot of firepower to be dealing with. Let's go ahead and turn off our hacking for a second to get the flak charging, because I think we're going to need to punch through their defenses. They don't have a med bay, so if they do come board us, that won't be so bad. Where's that hack going, though? It is doors? Doors is fine. Okay. Let's put our hack on their weapons, because I don't want to be fired by all of those things simultaneously. Have they even tried to board us? No, I think they're filling up their boarding party now. There they go. Alright, we are going to hack their weapons now. We have intruders, but I don't know where yet. Probably weapons, because they always seem to go to weapons. The furthest place from my very slow-moving border defense. Excuse me, I gotta take a quick drink of water here. Delicious. Alright. Once all the flaks are up, we can try and punch through them here. Where are these guys, though? I can't tell. Where are they going? Well, okay. Door opening over there. It is, in fact, weapons again. It's always weapons. So, let's go flak. Flak. Conservative bomb. And neurocrystal. Nice. It is just their bombs left, which isn't great for us, because they are still going to get to hit us with the bombs, but at least that's all that they have. Their other weapons are down. It doesn't seem like they have leeches in their boarding party, no. It seems like... Ow. Well, we didn't need that shield barrier anyway, that's fine. It seems like it's just one Rockman Crusader. Which is pretty annoying, actually, because, oh, there's our helm, too. That's not great. Alright, let's get you up over here. Oh, we can go through doors, so that's fine. Get you over here to fix the helm so we don't get hit by every single piece of debris that comes our way, and let's barrage them down further. And Hack's not quite ready yet, but that's fine. Neurocrystal can finish it off. Perfect. Okay, so they can't hit us anymore, which is great. They teleported their friend back home, which I don't love for us, but it's not awful either. Helm is repaired. Good. Let's get the shields back up, because we're actually down to 1 shield bar? I didn't notice that. That's not good. Alright, we need to get the whole team in here repairing the shields, because that's actually a lot of damage. They're trying to get in from where? From there. Okay, let's neurocrystal the weapons again. Oh, I can't now. I was hoping to, but I think what we actually want to do here instead is conservative bomb the oxygen. Good. That'll help make sure they don't want to be in there, because they can't heal from the damage we did earlier. Now, we can't easily move around like this, but these guys are in trouble, so I think we'll be okay. Hacking ends. Let's quickly get us healed back up. I think they're in our weapons again. They have an Ampere in there this time. Let's go check. And they went home. Okay, so we're back to full health. We're going to do some boarding. Let's jump into... You need to get back in here too. Let's jump into their weapons so they can't repair it. That is 1 dead crew member. The other ones are maybe trying to get in, but we can go to them because the hack prevents them from just entering freely. They're running away because the lack of valid oxygen is going to kill them very quickly. Someone did just repair their oxygen system, so there's probably somebody over there. Ah, it's the Crusader we saw earlier. Okay. Well, this ship is dead, it just doesn't know it yet.
Yo, dude, you just killed my dad! What the hell, man?
The leeches hand over the cargo. Yeah, anti-boarding party shows up and they immediately leave. Classic cowardice. 2 missiles, a drone part, 40 scrap, and we bring the cargo back to the Federation ship.
Oh, thank Newton. That'll show those brats not to deface government property.
34 scrap and a chain burst laser. Alright. Well, let's take our people out of here. I do like how we don't do anything to the leeches that actually caused the problem in the first place. We kill their dad, which is probably not great for them, but, like, they themselves, nothing happens. Let's go heal our final ghost and then get out of this asteroid belt. Okay. Power is fine. We have 102 scrap. We can't spend it all yet. Another distress beacon over here. Alright, what have you got for us? Hopefully something interesting. It's another asteroid belt. There's a big mess in this asteroid field. A lot of boxes floating in space. A leech ship, presumably involved with this, hails.
We're in some pretty deep doo-doo here. My cargo bay wasn't locked down properly and it came open at the worst time. You gotta help us!
You appreciate our dedication to keeping the human alive? Well, unfortunately, we did have a mantis earlier too. And I just forgot they couldn't breathe. So we're not perfect at it, but I appreciate you appreciating it. Let's take some time to help the leeches. We can afford 1 double jump anyway, and if they try to sabotage us, that's more interesting than nothing. So here we go. Oh, hey, that's not bad. It takes quite some time to collect the lost cargo. Unfortunately, it's so time-consuming, the Rebel fleet is able to gain on your position. The leeches also seem to be somewhat impatient.
this will have to do, though to taken much longer without your help. For your aid, please take this reward. Out of all the races in the galaxy, our people are the ones who deal most with asteroid fields. We know a thing or two about autopilots. We can upgrade yours.
We got 2 missiles, 1 drone part, 34 scrap, extra fleet pursuit, and a level of piloting. Alright, I'll take it. Yeah, exactly, Ellie. They died in the literal second that they entered the medbay. So it goes. Listen, you can't win them all. And by can't, I mean didn't try. So, let's jump out of here to the task. Can we complete the task? Let's find out. This might be bad for us, because if they're going to be sending a lot of ghost boarders, we are going to have a hard time, because they won't take any disadvantage from our lack of oxygen. And it does look like they're going to be sending a lot of people our way. A lot of guns, too. Oof. An old abandoned shipyard lays before you, having once belonged to the Giga Corporation Hephaestus, and now belongs to vagabond intruders. Unsurprisingly, to get closer, you'll have to clear out the vagabonds first. Okay, let's fight the vagabonds. We can't say hello, so I guess we're just going to fight them. Hopefully, you'll be able to take care of these ghosts and recover Vance's ship after, but now it's time to get ready for battle. Alright, let's do nothing. Ooh, that's a lot of gun. I don't like that. Let's put the hacking on the gun, and let's take our weapons up as well, because we're going to need both of those, I think. Oh, okay, never mind. This is going to be really hard for us to get in then, because if this can shoot down missiles and drones, I think it'll also probably be able to shoot down our flak, so we're going to be relying on the conservative bomb to actually take out the system, which is pretty rough. Thankfully, no medbay means we should be able to kill them with boarding eventually. I'm just waiting to see if they try and board us. It looks like they just did. And they're in our medbay. Oh, that's a great place to go. Thank you. So let's go kill them in there for a minute. And flaks are almost ready to fire. It is sad that we can't do anything about this, because that is going to be a problem. But once the flaks are ready, that should hopefully give us the ability to punch through some damage and take some of this stuff offline. Final flak charge is ready. Yeah, okay, we got a little bit of damage in there. Oh no, they can shoot down the neural crystal, because it's a crystal weapon. Oh, okay, not ideal. Let's conservative bomb this then also. Ow. They do have repair drones, so that's also bad. Alright, team, we need to get our crew in there, because otherwise we are never going to have a chance of clearing this out. So let's get some people in here and see how many of them come back to murder us. They don't have doors, so if we have to run away, we should be able to do it. We can hit them another round of flak barrage. A little bit got through. Neural charge? No. Alright. They do have a lot of crew in here. Oh, this is going to be a bit of a pain, isn't it? It's still repairing, so they managed to get that back online. The missile's working again. This is pretty awkward. Theoretically, we can sneak the hack in at the same time as the flak barrage goes off. That might work. I don't know if it'll work, but it might work. This one does the ionizing. This one starts the fires. We are currently okay on health. I don't want that missile to fire, though. I don't think I can stop it. Alright, let's teleport you guys back home. We're going to immediately follow up with a conservative bomb, flak barrage, and a crystal. Just get every shot in there and see if one of them lands. Take power out of here, turn it back in the medbay, power back on hacking, and we're going to fire that too. Just throw everything at them. Can something get through? Yes! Haha! That's exactly what we wanted. Alright, hack. We dodged a missile, which is excellent luck. Alright, once we heal up our crew, we can get them back in there and keep fighting. It's the kitchen sink method of getting through enemy defenses. Teleport our people. Oh, he started a fire. That's kind of funny. It's not going to matter because the room already has no air, so it's just going to go out really fast. But we can jump in here and kill him quickly, so let's do that. The fire will not last, yeah. Do we conservative bomb again? If I can take the... Well, I don't actually need to take the drone out really anymore. We can kind of just ignore them at this point. Their gun can't do any damage to us, and they're dead! Vagabond infested vessel has been dispatched. Its wreckage is our spoils. I don't know what happened to that other guy. There were 2 guys in here. I guess the bomb blew him up? Must have been. Its wreckage is our spoils, though. We get 2 fuel, a missile, 1 drone part, and 37 scrap.
Why art thou indulging in the slaying of mine brothers, when all you need do is merely knock and request?
Barbaric renegades, have you no sense left? Hath the fumes of gas and the smell of gunpowder clogged thine senses? Yeesh!
Yeesh?
Why hath thou come here? To gloat the skills doth expertly employ to slaughter?
This dialogue is weirdly written, even for someone trying to sound old-timey. This sentence doesn't make sense. We're looking for a ship.
Oh, and I do suppose you considered we'd just hand it over? I do say I hardly doubt in your stubbornness you would do no less than to murder every last one of us. But say, would it not be so tiresome? With your gruesome display today, I should hardly consider tribute. Your brutish actions are no way in the means of persuasion. Hark! Should thou intend to leave this spaceship in hand, I expect tribute from you. Ha! Is that not a spin?
I'm pretty sure I killed all the people on the ship already, but we have a ghost crew, so I guess we can talk the way out of the tribute. Your crew talk back and forth a bit and comes back with a satisfying resolution.
Ho ho! If only you had caught a listen of the colorful language your crew member reserves for you. I see dealing with you is no less pain aboard the ship as it is outside of it. A miserable wretch you might be, but your crew has restored my better side. I will spare you this one, but expect no further favors.
Ghosts. What vermin. If I could, I would shudder at the possibility that someday my chassis may be infected by those bottom feeders. At least you've recovered the cruiser, sorry state though it may be in. Inform the ghosts that I will be by to pick the ship up shortly. Would you allow me to air my thoughts as I look this over, or do you have other matters to attend to?
Listen.
This cruiser seems to have been retrofitted with a number of enhancements. It was given to Mr. Wentworth as a birthday gift between families. Unfortunately, he went off to the war shortly after growing to the age to fly this ship. Yet a considerable mileage has still been used. Perhaps he once took after the family namesake, a tinkerer and rule-breaker. Children. Thankfully, I was never one of them.
All right.
I am an AI of my ever-scrupulous word. For now, at least. Do ensure you do not disappoint me in the future. There is no shortage of ways I can dispose of you if you disappoint me, renegade.
2 missiles, drone part, 41 scrap, and a lightweight E-grid. What does a lightweight E-grid do? Let's find out. Also, I have so much money to spend now because they haven't let us in the last, like, four beacons. Reduces ghost sabotage speed by 20% if a door control system is present and functional. All enemy crew and drones on board will lose 2 health a second per extra half for every level of door control above 1. Oh, it's the Emancipation Grid thing that we saw before, except maybe a little weaker? Is that why it's called lightweight? Wrong menu. In here, internal upgrade, doors, Emancipation grills. Ah, okay, it's the damaging version. Emancipation grills just prevents people from moving around your ship. E-grids kills people when they're on your ship. In addition to the suffocation, that's going to kill people on our ship real fast. We might have to actually upgrade our doors to kill them even faster. It's kind of a weird run. I haven't invested any points in any of these onboard systems yet. I probably should have, but I don't know if I still will. We have a lot of money to spend on power bars to bring all this stuff online, and our engines are still garbo. So I kind of want to spend on that. Are there any other internal upgrades that we want? I know, we have the money to now. Loading screen. I just... The first time getting egrets is on an anaerobic ship. You get to experience the great melting. Yeah, I mean, I just experienced it on an enemy ship, and now I get to do it to people. It's a great time. Teleporter gives reconstructive teleport. And what does self-powered do? Ooh, that is pretty cool. It is expensive, but not terribly so. Getting more power is pretty nice. The hacking, I don't think we need to worry about. Door control, I don't think we need to worry about. I don't think most of these things really matter that much for us. Weapons, like, we could go for more speed on weapons, but we're like really bad at weapon speed anyway. We might need that before the end. Shields we could buff up a little bit too. Onboard tech, do any of these matter? I kind of feel like they don't. Lifeform scanner might be nice because we still don't have sensors, but realistically, I just want sensors. If we had sensors, this would be fine. It used to be even nastier if you got normal egrids and lightweight, they would stack. Ooh. Ooh. That sounds mean. Because, yeah, I don't know which one of those things I want. Probably the shield and the weapon upgrades like normal, because those are just really useful. But for now, we're going to spend our money so we don't wind up dead. And I think we're going to spend here and maybe one more there. 12 health per second on level 4 doors. Ooh. That's right, because it goes up to 3, but then manning it does add a 4th level, so it adds an extra half on the lightweight. That's pretty crazy. Do I want to invest in another bar of engines? No, I'm going to save a bit of money. Actually, I think I will buy a bar of doors. Now that we have a reason to get some extra kick out of our doors, that seems like fun, and it'll stop people from trashing our ship before they have the chance for the oxygen to slow them down. So that's probably just a good investment. Let's get over here and then get to the exit. Ooh. Looks like a chrysolic mission has been established nearby by the Theocracy. The permission to build these outposts was part of their trade to support the President against the revolution. It seems even the Inquisition couldn't stop the insurrection, but nevertheless, these missions are littered around Leech space. I don't think I've ever seen that ship design. That's cool. If we visit the mission, what does it do? The moment you step aboard, you're greeted by the unpleasant musk of unbathed rock clergymen and leech bile. You manage to suppress the vomit rising in your throat, but catch a few strange looks from the residents. Aww, we could have bought another neural crystal? That would have been cool. I don't know if it's as good as this one, because this is an elite neural crystal, but like, that could have been good. More stun. Probably not better than just having some flax and another weapon, though. Okay, that's fine. Leave before the stench kills you. Nothing too exciting there, sadly. Alright. To the exit beacon. We've arrived at the long-range beacon. What do you got in the Explorer listing for us? Scans show a remote settlement being blockaded by a pirate ship.
Stay out of this or you'll be next. Concentrate fire on...
Classic mission. It's a pirate carry ship, so I assume they're just gonna have a ton of people to throw at us. Let's attack the pirate.
You asked for it!
They pull away from the planet and move in to engage. Alright, well their weapons seem like they're not very good. This is 2 shots, they can't actually hurt us. So, that's funny. Oh, he's melting. Oh, wow. We need to get a mind control. We need to get a mind control and do some abductions. That is cruel. I want to do that. Okay, let's take out their clone bay. They sent another person over, that's fine. Where are you? You're in here? In here? He's already almost gone. Incredible. Alright. Let's just keep knurling down their clone bay, because we don't want them to be able to use it. They probably have a lot of people, but now that it's neural locked for a minute, we can jump in here and at least kill some of them before they have a chance to do anything else about it. That's a Zoltan, which is unfortunately going to explode on us, but there is no air in here, so if they want to try and come in, they're going to struggle with it. They did send a lot of people in, though. That might be too much for us to deal with. It is a lot of damage. Alright, I think we are going to have to bail out of there. But thankfully they're stuck in the room now, so... Good work, team! You did it! You really showed us. It looks like... he's probably dead. It was a crystal, so they don't suffocate that fast. Again, sensors would make this so much easier. But, oh no, they fixed it! That's not gonna stand. Blow that thing up. There we go. Alright, final crew is dead. They managed to get that person back in, though, so the clone bay managed to repair. That drone is a problem. Okay, now that it's dead, is there anyone left, or is it just more drones coming over? Is there a living person left on this ship? There's one. Alright, there's... oh, no, not quite none. Now there's none, and they fixed that again, so I have to neural crystal it down. There we go. We pick through the remains and contact the settlement. 2 fuel, drone part, 36 scrap, and with the pirates gone, we signal the station.
We appreciate what you've done, but there'll just be another ship looking to profit from our isolation soon enough. Sorry, we can't give you more.
Fuel, 2 missiles, 16 scrap. We'll take it. Hey, done a good deed. There you go. Our notoriety is really positive this run. Almost surprisingly positive. We could really use a repair, though. We've been kind of taking chip damage for a while now. Alright, let's get out of here. Next sector. We have... another sail? I am assuming that every time the sector area says sail on it, that's telling you it's a hectare sector. And I don't really want to go to Hector again right now. I kind of want to go to other places, but the Lawless Outreaches is the one that has 2 connection points. So the places that are likely to have the cool stuff we want to get later are locked behind going through another Lawless Outreaches. Now, realistically, this time, it's kind of a good choice. We want to buy things now. We've gotten to the point where we want to buy a sensor system. We want to buy a mind control. We want to buy some repairs. So, just the fact that they're trying to sell us UU points doesn't actually matter. We just don't worry about going to all the locations to get enough points. We basically just go to the places we need to get the systems we want. But, weird, right? Like, Hector really, really wants our... our labor, I guess. Wants our money. That's okay, though. We'll go to the Lawless Outreaches. This might be the last sector we do today. But we have a bunch more ahead, so let's go to the Lawless Outreaches and find out what they've got. Hopefully they've got some good stuff for sale. We've unlocked the Lanius Cruiser slot B, so that's nice. We're in hyperspeed. What do they got for us? Cura, what do you have? Mr. Snugglebuggles.
Using pre-existing evidence, I have discovered that Mr. Wentworth used to possess a stuffed animal resembling an avian creature of an Antiquum terrae species, a kestrel, I believe, named Mr. Snugglebuggles. It is now in the possession of another family. Please retrieve it for me.
Steal the toy from a child. Incredible. Go back. What is the intermediate task? Photograph collection.
I have been in contact with one Prophet Pete, who claims he has photographs of Mr. Wentworth which he's willing to give away, as Mr. Pete quite literally has no backbone, stolen by what he claims were tripedal spaghetti monsters. He should give in to your demands easily, or you could humor him. Please just get the photo.
Either prepare to threaten Pete or listen to his crazy stories, and the final option... prisoner of war report.
The headmaster of the POW camp where Mr. Wentworth was kept during the Federation Mantis War seems to have left a detailed report of the measures used to extract information. I wish to study them and the effect they left on Mr. Wentworth. Please track down Headmaster Poikimpal and retrieve his report. Gotta keep Poikimpal alive. Recommend have your medical staff or systems up to par and be prepared to match his crew.
Okay, so we did this one in the past, and it didn't go well. I don't remember exactly what happened, though. I seem to recall we had to crew kill the ship or something, and we weren't ready to do. Because we were able to beat the crew, the enemy ship, but I think we weren't able to actually crew kill it properly. Presumably, we have level 2 medical bay. That's probably enough to save them if we can crew kill them. And we are set up for crew killing, so that seems like it's pretty reasonable. Let's try this one again. I'm pretty sure we screwed this up the first time, but I think we can probably manage it now. I don't know what an antique harpoon gun is going to do, but let's try and find out. Let's accept the job. Alright. Let's conserve her some fuel. 2. Now we have hit every result. We've got 2, 3, 4, and 5 in 4 sectors. Into the pirate sector we go. Pirate space is no safe spot for any ship. Oh, it's the same. It's exactly the same message we got last time. Cool. It's another hectare market sector. Oh, that's interesting. It just says you're greeted by the same advertisement as before. It doesn't hit you with the whole advertisement the second time. That's kind of nice. I appreciate that. That's some good quality of life. A few years ago, this region was bustling with trade activity. Now it's overrun with bandits and marauders. You should tread lightly here. You're immediately greeted by the guard.
Greetings, friends. Welcome to our sector. I'm sure you're aware there's a fee for entry.
We refuse to pay the fee. We're fighting our way in. They have a clone bay, which is a little annoying, so we do nothing and prepare to blow them up. So, they're teleporting onto our ship, which is a big mistake. Where'd you go? They're there. Alright, well, good luck. Just upgrade the doors, no big deal, right? Like, it'll be fine. What are they gonna do about it? We did lose a bar of shields there from the ion, which means this is gonna fire before I can get the hack on it. Oh, no, just in time. Love to see it. Alright, let's pummel down the shields here. And put some damage on them. Should force you into the full ad and offer a skip for 5 scrap. That would be pretty funny. That would be pretty funny. I'm glad they didn't do that, but I can see the appeal. Alright, now we neural crystal the clone bay to make sure they don't get to come back right away. Unfortunately, they actually have a pretty high level clone bay, so that didn't work. This thing, I actually don't know what it is. I know it's obviously some kind of ion weapon. I think it's a radiation one because it's purple, but I don't actually know what it's doing to us, is what I mean. Let's break the clone bay. I missed. Okay, let's flack them down then, I guess. I don't really want to let them repair, but we don't want them bringing all their whole crew back either. They did just fix the shield, so our neural crystal is not going to be viable again for a bit. Alright, we'll hit them with the big flak barrage, conservative bomb in the clone bay. Perfect, it is destroyed, so now we send our crew in. And he blew himself up completely! Poor guy. Alright, this isn't going great for us still. The Zoltan will explode if we're not at a good health point when we get in there. I kind of want to bring them down to the point that Neural Crystal can start beating them up again, because that is really good at shutting down things like this dude. So if I just fire 2 of these over here... Oh, that was maybe too many hits. We catch chatter on the other ship, mentioning something about a signal requesting ASB backup. That is also a little inconvenient for us. Alright, he's dead. They've run off to the shields now. They've boarded us in the teleporter, it looks like, which is inconvenient. Yeah, there they are. One of them just suffocated. And the Zoltan is about to explode. Gotta be careful about that. Yeah, there he goes. Rockman is also almost dead. And I think they're all dead now? We want to get out of here before that ASB hits us, though. Where's the last dude? Oh, there they are. Hello. Stand still and shoot him. That's still not the last dude. Okay, we need to get you out of here. You need to get out of there first. You need to get out of here. Oh, we did defeat them. Perfect. We've defeated the pirate guard. Without crew on board to stop us, we investigate their cargo, find 5 fuel, 4 missiles, 3 drone parts, and 43 scrap. Nice. Alright, well, let's do something on board the ship then. We're going to perform a task or salvage operation, run our salvage mission. What have they got for us? Paraboarding drones. Let's just break them down for parts. We don't need the drone. 2 drone parts is more free hacking. Alright, you 2 over there. Oh, actually, they heal automatically, right. That's what we like to see. Is there a store nearby? Surprisingly, there is, but they're a little further away than you'd expect with there being 6 stores in the area. Alright, 139 scrap. Do we spend any of it now? I think the answer is no. We save it for the shop, because we have a bunch of stuff we want to buy. Let's jump here and go to a first store so we can hopefully get some repairs and keep ourselves running. You catch a conversation? Oh, it's this name the ship one again. It's the same event. So what's weird when you go back to the same place? People do the same things. We hail them! Do we just make fun of them again? It was pretty good last time. I'm just gonna blitz through this. We're gonna have a different terrible name. Get down to the worst possible names again. Instead of E, this time we're gonna go with the Happy Fellow. Dear God, that's a horrible name. Please never speak to us again. Oh, they just leave! If you don't say E, then they don't fight you. That's funny. Okay, well now we know. I don't know what happens if they get a name they like. There's probably like a secret name in there that they love that gives you a big prize, but you have to find the right one. Because yeah, calling them E makes them be so upset that they attacked us, so there's probably something else in there that does unusual results. But I don't know what. Well, that's too bad. I wanted the money that they had inside. Now, we do have to make it all the way over there. So if we have to do that in 9 jumps, we could do like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? It's not bad. We only get to go to this one store, though, doing that, which isn't perfect. We can branch out to that one if we have to. Let's go here, then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is still probably better. All right, let's jump to this store and keep going. These hectare stores sure are plentiful, but it's almost concerning how much of the sector is just stores. It's probably better than deadly rebels. Let's go shopping. You rush into the store, you take a look at the items on sale. You do something on board the ship? Just repair the hull. We'll do nothing for now. Okay, they've got modular weapons again. They have the sensor system, thank goodness. I would like sensors, please. We're not buying life support. That is our stipulation here. We're keeping no oxygen on board this ship. Do I keep the chain burst? It's not bad once it gets fully upgraded. Like 6 seconds is pretty good to shoot 2 lasers. The conservative bomb has done so much work for us, though. I don't know if I want to put it away. I think I'm going to keep it. The conservative bomb, I mean. The modular laser is potentially also pretty cool. 3 shots every 14 seconds for 2 power is a pretty good baseline. I just don't know what I want to put with it. First, though, before I worry about buying any of those things, let's just bump ourselves back up to 25 health so we're no longer on the brink of danger. And do we care about any of these modules? Because if I was going to buy one, the modular laser is a pretty good base to put cool upgrades on. Lockdown module, we've already kind of got handled with the crystal weapon we've got. The rad module is an anti-crew laser, which is interesting. Because it adds a shield pierce to the laser and 30 crew damage. So this would go up to a 45 crew damage laser, which is pretty good It does make it do 0 hull or system damage, so we could even use it to like finish people off without worrying about killing the ship. But that does make it not useful against the flagship, which we do still need to be able to kill later. The thing is, if we don't buy the modular laser, the things that I do want to... Let's go fix this breach. I've been able to ignore it because the sensors haven't been available the whole time, but now that I can see the ship, I gotta go fix that. Other than that, though, is there anything else we want? What I want is more anaerobic crew, what I want is more engine power, and what I want is a mind control so we can abduct people into instant death. I guess at this point we probably just save our resources for powering up our supporting systems and hopefully just pick up some kind of weapon before the end. The double flak bomb crystal combo still seems like it's pretty good, even against the 4 shield enemies we fought so far, or the 1 4 shield enemy we fought so far. So, I'm gonna grab 1 more bar of engines here instead, just to bring us up closer to that 50% evasion, and let's keep rolling then. Maybe not the right decision, but I think it's probably what I want to do. Receive a hail from a pirate ship.
Hope you understand there's nothing personal, but you killed our guide, and that's something we just can't allow.
What's really impressive is that they think they can stop us. So we're going to do nothing here. They have a couple of drones, they have an ion weapon and a big laser. They're sending out a hack. I guess we'll send out a hack too, just to be fair. They've hacked our teleporter. Oh, that's a really annoying one. That sucks. That basically just means we have to teleport over the second oh, the ASB is live too. I didn't notice that. That's not so good. Let's go ahead and hack them then. Once our weapons are up to speed here, we should be able to take them out. They do have a clone bay, and surprisingly no teleporting. I kind of assumed they would. We need to kind of get over there now, though, because the longer we wait, the more likely the hack is going to go off again before they can do anything, or we can do anything to stop them. Do I want to take out the weapons? I guess I do. And that way it's just the ion now. Ooh. Clone Bay is stronger than 1 level. It was quite big, in fact. Well, let's teleport our crew into the... I just locked it out. That's not great. I didn't think this through all the way. I need to go in there so they can't fix it, but I can't go in there because they've got... I need to kill them before they hack me out. Alright. ASB target lock. Hopefully it doesn't hit anything important. I mean, hopefully it doesn't hit us at all, but I have a feeling that's unlikely. Let's hit them in the weapons again, because I would like them to not be able to hit us with a chaining ion weapon. There we go. Neural crystal back in here to keep them locked out. Oof. That is a big hit in the shields, which is bad with these guys around, so we have to go fix that now. And they did send us home, as expected, unfortunately. That is going to make this ship a lot harder to crew kill. I guess we're just going to have to take them out the old-fashioned way. It's not the end of the world, but I would have liked it if we didn't have to. Let's go ahead and blow up the shields this time, then. There we go. Ooh, lucky miss there, and... this flak gun is almost ready to go again. That's an unfortunate hit in the hacking, so I can't stop the weapons again until we get that fixed, but the shields are more important right now anyway. Target lock, I think it's going to be time to try and kill these guys. Hopefully this hits. Ooh, not quite enough hits, but the shields are lowered now, so that does help. Let's do a quick conservative bomb in the drone control. Let's get you guys not all standing in the same room, so if we have a nasty shot from the ASB, it doesn't kill you all. It missed, even better. Alright, that means the neural crystal should be able to guarantee these guys die on this flak barrage. Perfect. That ship just turned into guns. Was I seeing anything there? I think the ship just didn't make gibs, it just turned directly into guns. We gather the remains of the reinforcements, though you can't stay long because of the ASB. 2 missiles, drone part, 40 scrap, and we bail. It's still shooting, so yeah, we bail. Distress beacon on low health, let's go. An automated ship emitting this distress beacon signal is looping a message. It's the same one! We did this one earlier too! Destroy the ship, it's fine. The damaged ship is in horrible condition, but still manages to raise its weapons and defend itself. Alright, do nothing. You can heal, you can run over there. Alright. This ship is a little bit of a problem. It does have emancipation grills and it has working doors, so we're not going to risk jumping in there and having ourselves get melted by whatever it's got. But it will go down pretty fast now that we can fire openly on it. Like so. Goodbye, Auto Scout. Barely anything remains that can be scrapped, but that's okay. We'll take what little we got. I don't know what I want to spend the rest of our next money on here. We'll see. Now, we still have 6 jumps to go, so if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's pretty good, but that assumes we're going to a Hectare store next, and I don't honestly know if we... in 2 jumps anyway. I don't think we have enough money to make that worthwhile again yet. I want to buy mind control, but I don't know if it's actually... like, if we could afford it yet. A ship with conspicuous Argeon markings is orbiting a nearby moon, broadcasting a simple message claiming to have equipment available for sale. They have a clone bay, so attacking them is going to be a bit of a pain. They're an Argeon ship, so they probably have really fast engines. We're going to miss a lot. Is it worth trying to fight these guys? We failed to fight the last round of them. I don't know if it's going to be a super good return on investment. The fact that I only have 2 shield bars means we can punch through them with the neural crystal pretty easily, though, which is nice. We could theoretically buy things from them, but I don't think I have enough money, like I said, to buy the thing I want. Let's try and fight them. We fought them earlier, and it didn't work. Maybe we can beat this one. We raise weapons and attack the pirate. The smugglers are upset with us, and we do nothing. Alright, they're not running away instantly, which is a pretty good sign. So, let's pop a hack on those weapons, please. They've got shields and reloading boosted. Okay. Is that a... yeah, Slug Clansmen. They're the anti-bio ones. Don't love that for us if we're going to be trying to board them. Alright, let's activate our hack in right about now. Our weapons are ready, so we're going to fire on their clone bay directly, I think. Nice. Now, I don't want to send my whole crew in there, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to send them into the helm. Because if we can get them to leave the helm, because it has no oxygen and people don't have enough health, that will also help slow down the rate at which they can really deal with us. Alright, they're firing now. That's potentially going to hurt, because we didn't actually do anything to their weapon system yet. But let's pop a neural crystal on there too, just to really mess with them. Never mind, I missed my shot and they hit me repeatedly. Alright, you get over here and fix the shields. So far, so good. They are coming to deal with us, and it doesn't seem like they're trying to fix the clone bay just yet. Let's pop another neural crystal in there, so if there is anybody, they're not actually doing anything. These guys are getting beaten so far. The crew in the weapons are a bit of a problem. We got more flak coming in. That thankfully missed us. Let's activate the hack before they fire. Okay, neural crystal, weapons, conservative bomb weapons. That'll chip down their health a little bit, which is nice. That guy's dead. I'd love to destroy the helm here so they can't actually do anything to us. Great. They want to come in and deal with us, but they're having a hard time, apparently. You are suffocating again, Nada. Back to the room you go. This thing is shooting flak really fast, but on its own, it's actually not a problem. Let's neural crystal in this room again. Oh, that's bad. The anti-bio bomb, I think, just went off. The pirate ship is trying to escape. Destroy it before it can get away. Well, it can't escape because the helm is broken and suffocating. But I am going to need to get out of here before they kill our crew. So let's jump. Good. Let's conservative bomb the helm. Get you two in the med bay. Those two are dead. Perfect. I know, the chain flak is nasty, right? This guy's almost dead. We can probably kill him with one more neural crystal shot, and that should be the last of the crew. That bomb was very nice. I think that's everybody now. Oh no, there's at least one more. I don't know where they went, though. Oh, they're trying to get in here. Okay, that's easy. So we just teleport our way in there. They can't run because their helm is broken and their crew is dead. Okay, we got 1 fuel, 2 missiles, and 49 scrap. And that's all. Oh, I kind of assumed that the smuggler ship would have something more interesting if we actually succeeded in crew killing them, but I guess not. So much for being a fancy transport. The money's not bad, but like, it's not that fancy. I think I want to spend my money before I go to the task. There's another store there too. If we have to deal with the big nasty problems over there, what do I want more of? Probably more hacking? Another bar of hacking would be quite nice. Another bar of sensors would be really useful for our boarding groups, though, because then we can see the enemy interior without having to do anything else. So with nothing else aside, that's going to be a really useful upgrade for us. Other than that, though, do I want to put a point in the hacking? I think I do. 7 seconds of disruption is pretty powerful. Yeah, let's do it. We'll buy the power bar, put the energy in. It's not getting a mind control system to abduct people, but I think it'll still be pretty good. Let's jump to the task and see if we can finally beat this prisoner of war report event. The wrecks of several smaller NG ships drift nearby, fully emptied of crew. Above them is a bishop vessel, weapons still hot.
Ah, so a renegade's arrived. Do you see my latest kill? Tremble before the might of Poikampal the Invincible, and I shall let you live.
Funny thing about that.
You're not trembling? Well then that is your loss. Poikampal the Invincible shall destroy you.
I got bad news, friend. You want to come invade our ship? I mean, yeah, you're a bishop. That's pretty cool. These are the ones who take extreme environmental damage. The suzerains. And they are gonna have a bad time if they decide to board us, which maybe they aren't. It seems like they actually don't want to board us, which is kind of funny. I would have thought they would want to. Unfortunately, it is a little bit of a pain, because these guys do really fast damage with that ability going, so it's not super safe to just rush in there. But, oh, exactly. Proc the pheromones and they just snap out of existence. But the problem is, if there's still air in the room, proc the pheromones and my Lanius gets snapped out of existence. Because they'll be doing, like, whatever it is, like 5 times damage. It's crazy. This is where I wish I did have my ambush gun ready to go. They don't have a med bay or a clone bay, though, so any damage we do is permanent. I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna... they have a repair drone, though. Ooh, this isn't great. Alright, we stun him. Now we're gonna jump in here behind the stun. We may need to flee badly when this all ends, but hopefully it'll work for us. Let's do a conservative bomb on the oxygen, because that's fun. And another one on the neural crystal on the oxygen. Oh, I got too many shield bubbles. I screwed that up. Okay, one's down, but they're about to send 2 more Mantis in to fight us, and I'm not really equipped to deal with that like I had hoped I would be. Let's double flak this side and then dip out of here as soon as we can. Be prepared for trouble. Ah, the missile's still online. That was the one I was hoping we'd turn off. Alright. Oh, he did? He did almost kill himself. He activated his ability and suffocated so fast. He had full health going in there, didn't he? I didn't even see that. He's instantly down to 20% health. Alright, maybe these Mantis aren't so scary. Let's pop a neural crystal over here to guarantee that they can't get their weapons back online. They did hit us for 2, which is annoying, but the Mantis I think is actually just dead now. And this Mantis is going to be dead shortly also. I just have to get through the door. Alright. That is... Ah, come on, dude! Stop running. Why are you running? Oh, that's why. Conservative bomb. Kill him, please. Alright. The so-called Poikenpal the Invincible was not so invincible after all. However, with his crew all now on the brink of death, it seems you'll need some way to reinvigorate them to get that report. Now thankfully we have an upgraded medbay, so after getting 2 fuel, a missile, drone part, and 44 scrap, we can save him.
I don't understand. Why have you saved Poikenpal's life?
Oh, this is Poikenpal.
I don't understand. Why have you saved Poikenpal's life? Oh, I see. You want something. Well, Renegade, what is it that you wish to take from me?
We want the reports on the POW camp you managed during the Fed Mantis War.
That is oddly specific, but you are in luck. Poikenpal keeps careful catalogs. Follow.
The bishop leads you to an archive room where he hands you several dozen data disks. Satisfied, you caution him to never mess with you again and leave.
Ruthlessly efficient. I applaud you. Though there were several parts in that process you could have optimized. Oh well, you simply lack the perfection only an AI such as me could reach. Now, transfer me the data on those disks. Would you allow me to air my thoughts as I look these over, or do you have other matters to attend to?
He was at full health? Incredible. I kind of assumed it was actually going to be a bit more dangerous to me, but he just snapped out of existing. Yeah, exactly. Kira judging our weak opening salvo. Listen, it's fine. We still killed them fast. Alright, I will listen.
The Mantis seem to have described in gruesome detail the kinds of torture they used on their victims. Mr. Wentworth was resilient. He persistently refused to surrender information on the Federation. In return, the Mantis immolated certain regions of his body, rendering him impotent. It seems, had the breakout attempt between him and Mr. Tully not been successfully staged, he would have soon lost his eyesight and vile tongue next. Oh, and tongue next. Vile.
Losing 20 HP a second? Incredible. That's an interesting weapon.
I am an AI of my ever-scrupulous word, for now at least. Do ensure you do not disappoint me in the future. There's no shortage of ways I can dispose of you if you disappoint me, Renegade.
Missile, drone part, 45 scrap, and a fancy-looking weapon. I was not confident we were definitely going to be getting a weapon from that, but it appears that we did. What is this? An ancient weapon from the Federation Mantis War. While very outdated, it pierces 2 shields, creates breaches, and most importantly, creates deep lashes in crew, creating a stacking -3 health for 25 seconds every time they get hit. Wow. Okay, I'll take it. That sounds fun. I guess we put that instead of the conservative bomb. It does only crew damage, though, so maybe not? Oh, this is getting a little tricky. The harpoon launcher is cool. We can do, like you say, Ginger, even more war crimes. But it is only crew damage, and the system damage from the bomb is really important. This is how we've been taking out their clone bays. Yeah, 100% breach is great. But I'm a little worried about the fact that it doesn't actually have any system damage. 8 seconds charge time is also crazy. I might just have to make room for this. Maybe I swap it for the elite neural crystal? The crystal's also been really helpful, though, because it helps us shut people out of the room so we can isolate enemies and prevent them from repairing things by stunning them repeatedly. Like, I don't know. These are both pretty good, but if the where the neural crystal is stunning them, the harpoon kind of looks like it would just kill them. And maybe that's better. That stacking health debuff is wild. Yeah. Bleeding them dry would also force them into the med bay / clone bay, which we can then kill them from there. Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll try it in place of the neural crystal. I think the conservative bomb is just really versatile and useful, and I think keeping it for both system damage and crew killing is just a good idea. Neural crystal's powerful, but the harpoon seems like it gives us some really effective crew sniping. I know, the problem is that this does system damage. It's why I'm struggling with it. Because the thing is, 3 system damage is what we need to be able to take out something like a clone bay. And one of these doesn't do enough flak damage to guarantee that we'll get through down to 2 bars of shields. We kind of need both of them to make sure we hit enough. So, what I might need to do is replace one of these flaks with a better flak. Like one big shield disruption system. Because then I could afford to run all the rest of the tools. I don't know, though. This is a hard choice. Because clone bays really shut us down if we can't turn them off. And we need these 2 pieces to reliably do that. Ooh, I don't know, this one's tricky. Let's fix the damage here. We have 109 scrap. The other problem is that the harpoon, it costs another power to use. So, as it stands right now, we actually don't have enough to run it and the rest of our guns. We could afford to turn it on, but not enough to actually get another power bar for it at the same time. Tricky. It's really too bad that this doesn't do any system damage. If it did a single point of system damage and nothing else, in addition to what it does already, it'd be incredible. But that lacking system damage means it's kind of hard to bring in. I need 3 system damage that can reliably get past enemy shields, so I think I have to leave it behind for now. We'll try and use it later, but I just don't think I can justify bringing it online yet, which is sad. We noticed a Federation merchant vessel being blockaded by pirates. This must be the source of the distress beacon. Well, let's rescue the store then. They got a lot of Zoltan shield, which is a bit of a problem for us, but we can try and rescue them. As long as that rocket isn't too fast, we can probably not take too much damage here. They have a lot of ion, but the other thing they have is a rocket, so the ion kind of doesn't matter. I think we just speed flak this, just to help get through it as fast as possible. There we go. And now, one more. Oh, I was about to say one more shot, and we can actually hit them with something. But they're going to hit us with a big rocket, aren't they? No, they missed. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, let's get the hack on the weapons so they don't get to keep doing that to us. Conservative bomb in here, please. They got no medical system, so that's not bad. But we do not want to let them keep that online. Ooh, good hit there. Now we can get through directly with the neural crystals. We want that rocket offline before it fires again, so let's activate the hack now. We're going to jump our crew into their... where? I don't know if it actually matters. Helm, I guess. Makes it hard for the other crew to come help. They've got a big powered-up door, which is a bit of a concern. Okay, missiles offline, that's good. They do have an Engie who's trying to get in there. But their Lanius pilot is now dead, so we can destroy their helm, so they can't do anything about it. And that system does not matter. We can let them have that all day. They do send someone in... No, you attack the full health one, please. And you suffocate while doing it. Now, this is hacked, which prevents them from being able to easily enter it as well. I think we just keep barraging. Oh no, they have the shield back up. That's right, that's not going to work. However, he's dead, and now the Engie wants to come in, which is looking good. Everyone wants to fight us. They've locked themselves in. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. That is a dead crew. Nice try. All right, 3 fuel, drone part, 48 scrap, not bad. We've rescued the store from the attackers, and it offers to trade. Have you guys got a mind control system? They do. They do have a mind control system. What is an asphyxiator? Cripples enemy life support, more power for each system bar disabled. 3 to 5 power, infinite duration. Do we get an asphyxiator, guys? That would be even better for our anti-air boarding murder team. I think we might have to. That's crazy. I don't even need mind control if I just turn their oxygen off every fight. Who cares? Who cares if our ship has no air? Your ship has no air. What else have they got in here, just so I know what I'm looking at? Recycler for missiles, no. Improved armory is more gun damage. That wouldn't actually be bad, but most of our fights are in 2 crew rooms. Oh yeah, we're gonna need a backup battery for spending 5 power on that system every time. That's brutal on our energy reserves. The other stuff in here, there is a Burst 2, which is a good weapon, but like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think we need any of the other stuff in here. Unfortunately, they don't have a backup battery for sale, which is a little unfortunate, because it would be nice to buy it at the same time. What? Is there anything, like... The nice thing about mind control that makes it really helpful is it allows us to counter mind control people too. So we could get both. We could get an asphyxiator and mind control for now. But then we're going to need to save a lot more money to buy more power bars so we can run both those systems, and for potentially buying a backup battery later to support it. But I think I've got to. This is too good. I've got to try it. All right. The fact that it's permanent, it makes it really viable. If it only disabled the life support system for like 30 seconds, then who cares? But I've got to try it. I've got to. And I think I will buy mind control, because I think that's going to be fun, even if we don't asphyxiator people. So let's grab that. We're going to try and make do without cloaking this run. And I'm going to spend the rest of my money on power bar, and there's only 3 more bars to buy, so we're going to run into power problems, but we'll figure that out. What we might need to do is just start fights like this. so that it doesn't take the power out of something we want, like shields, when the fight starts. Just hold some reserve power available, and we just put it back into systems when we actually need to use it for things. Might be a little inconvenient, but I think it's probably going to be better than accidentally depowering our shields in the middle of a fight. Go for it, Ginger. What's your suggestion? The teleporter self-powered upgrade is one that we're going to want to buy too, because that basically gives us 2 to 3 bars for free. I don't think there's any other self-powering options in here. So the other ones probably don't matter. Oh, that's a good point. Sensors level 3 will let us see the power bars so we know how much we need to pump in the asphyxiator. That's a good point too. Alright, let's get our crew back on our ship before I forget and leave them over there. I don't have a great way to get that going right now because I just spent all of our remaining money, but we'll probably save up for it. Do you have to... I guess you have to tell it how hard you want to go? You don't get to just... It doesn't just say. You have to guess. That's a good thing to know, I suppose. Let's jump over here and see what it does. You come out of the jump to see laser blasts coming from the other side of the beacon. Someone's under attack from pirates. Let's aid the civilian ship then. We power up weapons and engage the pirate ship. Let's try our asphyxiator. Disable the enemy oxygen. Oh yeah, you really just have to guess. Okay, so we do need that extra sensor power. I could, I guess, start the fight with a crew in sensors and then run them back once the fight starts, because I only need it for the first moment. So having like this crew in sensors would solve that problem. Let's just hit them as hard as we can. They have 2 ghosts, so it's not actually going to shut them down all the way, but it'll be fun. Let's try it out. Bwap! We activate the combat augment. They are already suffocating. They just don't know it yet. Alright, so we... You may or may not have plenty of experience with this augment. I'm not surprised! The War Crimes augment? Yeah. Alright, let's turn the hack on. Hack weapons fast before that rocket gets a chance to hit us. Great. The bomb already fired, which is a little unfortunate. But where's it going? It went into our shields. Or engines. That's not very nice. Okay, that's fine. You chill there for a second. Is it a breach bomb? Looks like it. Let's go ahead and pump up the hacks. They only have 2 bars of shields, so they aren't going to be able to do too much about this. Well, let's get you guys back in here to fix the engines. The neural crystal's just about ready, so we can start hitting whatever we don't want them to be able to do. And I think what I don't want them to be able to do is cloak again. But you may or may not be wanted in countless multiverses, unrelated, right? The oxygen doesn't matter. I think I'm going to hit them over here just so they don't try and leave while we're boarding them. And let's jump into here to start killing their ghosts. The flaks are ready if we need to use them. I think I will fire a salvo here at weapons just to try and prevent that missile from hitting us. Every shot missed. Wow. And there, the missile's offline. Great. The breach bomb is not my favorite thing for them to have access to, but it's not as bad. Oh, well. It's not as bad as some of the other options. So the ghosts are losing, but they're losing very expensively. Alright. Breach coming in. Where's that one going? I would love to hack again, but we can't, and we can't leave yet either, so... It hits an empty room. That's fine. You need to get back to the med bay. I'm going to take our team back as well so we can heal them up. In the meantime, let's fire some weapons on the weapons, because I do not want that rocket to hit us. Thank you very much. Heal people up nice and fast. I don't need this power all there right now. Alright, they are going to cloak in a second, but we should be able to get on the ship before they can. Oh no, it's going to take another bit of time. Okay, they are going to cloak before we can do anything about it then. Do I hit them one more time here? I think we do. Ah, just missed. Like I said, they were about to cloak. Okay, so they're going to fire those the second this restarts combat, which is fine. The laser doesn't do anything. The bomb is inconvenient, but not the end of the world generally. Let's get ourselves into weapons so they don't get the chance to repair them, and they no longer have access to oxygen, so they are going to be suffocating pretty fast. They're trying to heal each other, but it is not working. Oh yeah, the asphyxiator is totally working. You'll notice that the system is on and all the air is still drained out of every part of the ship. That bomb is a miss, thank goodness. Which means this is a very dead crew. No more life signs detected. We get 1 missile, 1 drone part, and 48 scrap, and when we contact the civilians...
This sector has become increasingly dangerous for Friends of the Federation. I think my crew can patch up some of your hull damages, thanks.
5 hull points repaired. Lovely. Yeah, that is pretty fun. I do need some more power to actually successfully run it long term, but that does seem pretty good. Just completely shutting off their ability to breathe. And with Lanius borders, we're sucking the air out of rooms really fast, so it becomes a problem more quickly. Alright, let's get crew back and ready to go. Especially because our Super Lanius suction drains it even faster. They're slow to walk, but they're... I'm not finishing that sentence. The healing is good. The power will be good too. Now I can leave 1 bar behind because we should get 5 back when this wraps up. Let's jump to the exit. I guess I did some bad math in there. I was supposed to go to 1 more beacon because I wasted a jump, but it's fine. We'll deal with it. I should have bought the sensors. I forgot. We've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, we can jump to the next sector. Let's explore. You come across an asteroid mining colony. They message you immediately saying,
Greetings. Our supplies of mining explosives have run out ever since rebels blockaded this system. Do you have any extra explosives?
well, we can give them 5 missiles or 15 missiles, or we could use a bomb. And I don't think this actually is going to solve their problem, but it's blue, so let's try it.
Curious. I did not consider the practicality of using a bomb for such matters. I suppose it should be safe enough. You have my permission.
They thank you and offer to have the engineers try to upgrade your reactor. Huh. Weird. I'll take the power bar, though. That's really helpful. We do need some. And power bars are at the most expensive they can be right now. I'll just have to remember to put some scrap into this when we come back next time, because we are at the point now where we've been going for about 4 hours, and I do probably need to go eat something. So, we are at the exit, ready to head into the next beacon. I am going to end our stream here so we can start off next time by discovering where we're going to be going. Next time will be at some point tomorrow. I don't know exactly when yet, but probably sometime in the afternoon tomorrow we'll be back to finish this run. So if you're able to come join us for that, that'll be great. If you aren't able to come join us for that, it will be posted as a VOD to my VOD channel, but probably not for a little bit. I have to go put the recordings of the last several streams up again, and we have a fair chunk of raw videos that I have to go through first. So we've got like 7 streams that I have yet to process. So It'll still be a bit of time before the next part does get up there, but if you're interested, don't forget to check it out so you can see how it ends. That said, we are going to wrap up the stream here, so have yourselves a fantastic rest of your Saturday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.